Alrighty, let's go. How are we doing? We have the Chiefs and the Bengals AFC Championship Game coming up. Let's go. There we go. There we go. Let's get this fan going. Yeah, of course. Look, bummer about how the first game today went, and hopefully we'll see a number of people in here as well for it. But man, this game should hopefully be a lot more competitive, is what I'd like to see, and hopefully no injuries. Brandon's here. DJ Jean says go Chiefs, and then we have Randy Daytona. Yeah, there we go. We had a great season, says Christian. I hate that it ended because of injury, but I have no doubt Niners would have won that game with a healthy Purdy. Yeah, exactly right. Fact in the end. It's good, but what next is the NFL draft? Well, we have free agency before the draft, too. Let's have a great game. Yeah, man, what a bummer. What a bummer. But, and I was, let's see, time to get the tomahawk chop going. DJ Gene wants the tomahawk chop for the Chiefs going. What's for supper tonight, says Reba. That's a good question. I'm actually kind of feeling Chinese food, but we'll see. We'll see. It's I was looking on Twitter there, and people are of course like upset and complaining and what have you. I think that of course the Super Bowl loss in 2019 sucked more. I thought the loss last year sucked more. Just the fact that it was a close game pretty much till the end, and then it kind of. But I think that it was in the first quarter, and pretty much from the get-go, I didn't want to. Look, I wanted to try and stay positive, but I think once we saw Purdy get hurt, I was like, yeah, I think this game is kind of done unless some crazy things happen, and crazy things didn't happen. So, but look, I'm gonna honestly say congrats to the Philadelphia Eagles for making the Super Bowl. I think that for the vast majority of the year, basically all year long, they were the best team in the NFL, and they have a fantastic team, a lot of great players. And so I think the Super Bowl, whoever they play, I think it should be a good Super Bowl. Of course, I wish we were going, but that's just how it goes sometimes, and that's just football. And at the end of the day, it could be worse. That could be worse. I'm not even sad anymore about my Bills getting destroyed. At least we didn't go out like the Niners. I mean, the guy, come on, you guys had all your players. Come on, the guy, you're a good guy in here. We lost. We're on. Imagine if the Bills lost Josh Allen. Who's their backup? Case Keenum, is it? And all the. I mean, so. But I'm actually. At the end of the day, there's so many times where it felt like this season could have been done, and I just love the fact that even though it wasn't really on display today, but I love the fact that the teams were pretty resilient, all year long. Ashton, sorry, Shifty, just after Purdy injury, it just fell apart, but I honestly think Purdy will be started over Lance next year because Jimmy is for sure going to be gone. Jimmy won't be here. If I had to guess, I would say it's probably still going to be Trey Lance as a starting quarterback, but we'll have to see how all that works out. I think we will draft a quarterback in the later rounds. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, a tough loss, but honestly, the loss last year affected me a lot more because I felt like we had our starters and Trubisky is in Pittsburgh, CarCast. But I mean, the way that the Bills went out, I think was a lot worse considering you had, outside of Von Miller, you had your entire team, but I think that, it's natural that when people come in and just try to just do your thing. But it's not easy when of course you're in the middle of the game and your team's getting destroyed and you're just trying to remain positive. But at the end of the day, it's like, I think what after losing the Super Bowl to the Chiefs, I took that loss really, really tough. But ever since then, I mean, I kind of am like, oh, I mean, you lose, you know. You lose. I mean, the Bills know about rough times with like 4 Super Bowls. That's the worst one, you know. But Trent Williams showed that he's a lunatic with that stunt. Yeah, I mean, that was a little bit crazy, but that was just, I think, so much frustration of the fact that, yeah, quarterback gets hurt for like the 3rd time this year. And it's, yeah. Let me see. Shanahan gave momentum on opening kickoff, not kicking it through the. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, we stopped him at the 34. It wasn't like they returned it all the way to, you know, like it wasn't like it was a decent return. I think the biggest thing was the turning point outside of Purdy was the Josh Johnson fumble. 14-7. You have a chance to, you know, there's a minute 20 left in the half. And you have 3 timeouts, and you're at your own 37, 38-yard line, and then that happens, and you could maybe think, oh, if we can rely on defense, but just wasn't to be. Margaret says, here, Shifty, let's go Chiefs. Bummed about the loss today. Really wanted to see a repeat. No shame. You went up against number 1 on their field. Good luck next year, but right now, go Chiefs, says Margaret Hernandez. I think for me, like, I'm legitimately just rooting for a really good game because unfortunately in the playoffs we've had a lot of not so good games, so I'd like something that's really good. It's okay, better than going out as classy as the 49ers did. Should just fought it out. That garbage. I mean, I'm not sure what I think the Niners, I mean, they did what they could. They didn't have a quarterback who could play. So what do you do with that? Let's see. I think you're going to draft Jake Hayner. His stats is, I mean, from where's, let me see. Shark, never heard of that QB. LOL. Let's see. Which QB are we talking about? Let's have a great game. I hope we have a great game here. I really do hope we have a great game. That no roughing the passer on Johnson. I mean, look, I know people are complaining about the officials a lot, and I honestly think that I think a lot of the, not all of them, but maybe most of them, I actually think that were fairly justified in terms of penalties. So, you know, I think it was fairly justified. I mean, look, I like the Bills too, man. I like the Bills a lot. I just, you know, I think that the Bills are a great team. I like Josh Allen. I mean, he grew up a 49ers fan, but I love the way that I like the Bills team a lot. I mean, my preference, and in my playoff prediction, I had the Bills and the Niners in the Super Bowl, but clearly I was wrong. Sorry about the 49ers. What a disappointed loss. Yeah, you're right, Mario. It's definitely a bummer, but you know, at the end of the day, it is just sports, and it sucks. And of course, you guys have seen me, I'd be going absolutely bananas crazy if we could have won the NFC Championship game. But yeah, sometimes whatever the thing is, luck or what have you, just isn't on your side. Do you think we should have went Wildcat to start the 3rd quarter? No. I mean, how many, when you haven't practiced that at all, ever, like, I mean, how many plays do you realistically have that you're thinking like, oh, we could actually run? I mean, how many plays do you have drawn up for that when you probably haven't practiced them like all year long? So when people say, I mean, I can see maybe why someone thinks that, but it's like, you can't, holy moly, Nick Elsey. Oh my God. Wow. Hopefully the audio is okay. Let me know about the audio too. But Nick Elsey, oh my God, for everything you've done this year, I just now want to see the Eagles destroyed in the Super Bowl. Huge shout out to Nick, man. That is like that's awesome. That's a huge contribution, and I really appreciate that, man. Wow, let's give a huge shout out in the chat to Nick. I appreciate the sentiment, of course, and thank you, and I thank everyone for being here. Audio is bueno. Awesome. Thank you, DJ. But I really appreciate that and so much. And yeah, of course, I'm disappointed how everything went. To be honest, I I mean, it wasn't. It's just a bummer, just a major bummer that how it all went down. And congrats to the Eagles for getting there. Huge contribution, man. That is just far too kind. You're far too kind. Far too kind. Far too kind. But I'm gonna just pop this off here. There we go. I'll keep some of the stuff from earlier up there as well. But, yeah, just I'm rooting for a good game here. And, yeah, I'm just there we go. I mean, that's all you can really say, right? I think at the end of the day, I think the Niners team should still be very good next year. Either I think we'll probably have some kind of a, off-season battle, Trey Lance and Brock Purdy. And I'd like to think that considering the mentality of those guys, that it'll make whoever starts better. Maybe you mix in some both. Maybe you mix in some plays with both of them. Who knows? But I think the Niners have a lot of talent that's still pretty young. And we have a lot of picks in the middle of the rounds, which I think can really help out too. And we'll go from there. We'll bounce back. And, yeah. Shifty, Hassan Reddick hit Brock Purdy. Is that a fine or not? No, that's not a fine. There was nothing egregious about what he did to Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy was just going to make a football, just a throw, and then just a football play, and nothing you can do about it. Yeah, man, that's Nick, so much. Thank you, buddy, for that huge contribution. I really appreciate that. Lots of the calls were legit, but they also called a lot of the discretion calls against the Niners. But that's normal when you're, it really shouldn't be normal when you're the away team that you don't get the calls or what have you. But at the end of the day, I think, it's just, it's football, man. Football, it's what happens. Niners need to fix the right side of the O-line. I think that's a good point too. I don't know if McGlinchey will be back. I kind of doubt it. I think he'll probably be able to make bigger money elsewhere, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it gives Jalen Moore, maybe it gives Colton McKivitz, maybe someone in free agency or a trade or the draft a chance to start. Maybe we look to upgrade a right guard as well. Making it to the playoffs, nothing to be disappointed about. Look, I'm not, because I think back to like week 2, Trey Lance. It was like, oh man, is the season over with? And then Jimmy gets hurt. Oh damn, is the season over with? And then Brock Purdy, and to win 12 games straight. And it's probably one of the things. It's like it's been like over 3 months since we've lost a game. So I'm just like, it's kind of weird. But yeah. I think the Niners team will stick together. Of course, you'd have to expect that someone like DeMeco Ryans will most likely get a head coaching job. It sounds like potentially with Houston or Denver or somewhere. Another bummer is that Vic Fangio has been hired by the Miami Dolphins. So good for Vic Fangio for getting a head coaching job or defensive coordinator job there. He is now the highest paid coordinator in the NFL. So good job, Vic Fangio. Wish we could have got him, but that is what it is. And but yeah, obviously tough game for the Niners, but looking forward as well to I'm looking forward to seeing this game and seeing how it goes and seeing who wins. Lot of different things to look at here, and had a subscriber, and then we lost a couple. But there we go. It's just happy with, at the end of the day, I think that there were times during this season where things looked really bleak for the Niners. I think the Niners are for sure a second half season team, but it's one of the only things where, you just look forward and you're like, damn, it's, of course you get to the NFC Championship game. It's a missed opportunity. It always feels like, but, things could always be worse. We could be, I don't know, the Cleveland Browns or something. The only QB to survive the Kyle Shanahan system was Matt Ryan. They also had a pretty damn good offensive line and running game that year too. Rooting for Tony Romo, says Nick's News. Of course, man. I like Romo as an announcer. He was pretty fun to watch as a player, but he seemed to not always. He beat the Niners a couple times. Shifty, the 49ers need to address secondary. Is this Robbie Gould last year with us? We'll see. We'll see what Robbie wants to decide. I think he can basically do whatever he chooses. I like Robbie Gould a lot. I think he's a very good kicker. And sure, he doesn't really have maybe the length in his kicks anymore, but I like him. I'd bring him back if he feels like he can play at a similar level to what he did this year. 36 people in here, guys. Thank you so much. Yes, Susan, I'm bummed too. Trust me, I'm bummed out. I'm trying to put on a brave face here. But I'm certainly bummed out. 16 likes on the stream, so thank you so much for that, guys. Appreciate all that. Let's keep those likes going. Right now, you're getting the national anthem by Generald Wilson. Bummed out, and I kind of all started accepting the fate of the game pretty early on when it was like, our quarterback's out. So just a bummer. Just a bummer, man. All right. Chiefs and Bengals. I don't really know who I want to win this one. I think I just legitimately am looking for just a good game, because you look at the playoffs and there's been some the Niners have been involved in a close game with the Cowboys, but you just look at some of the games in the wild card. We destroyed Seattle. The Jaguars' comeback was pretty epic. Yeah, the wild card round was actually pretty good. The Cowboy against Buccaneers game was terrible. The divisional round, that was not. Yeah, the Bengals beat the Bills. The Chiefs beat the Jets. That was an okay game. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. I'm hoping for Ejiro Evero as the defensive coordinator. I would hope so. That we can get someone, who is coming in with a lot of, and I think that could be a possibility. It would have to, so much of it's going to come down to John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan really determining the person who, the defense that they kind of want to run in San Francisco. So, Colonel Sanders' national anthem. Damn, if someone was open where CMC throws to a big TD, yeah, but even still, we would have lost. Niners are turning into Dodgers fans from the 1950s, always saying next year. Yeah, at the end of it is what it is. It's just that's just sports, man. Can't win them all every year, but what can you do? That's why I think last year was probably a little bit more disappointing, because I thought that team could have won. We'd beaten the Rams twice that year anyways, and it was like, I think we could go to the Super Bowl, and we'd beaten Cincinnati last year. But just all groovy. GG Eagles, yeah, I agree. So now it's on to this game. So Chiefs Bengals, I am just super pumped for this one. I think this is going to be a really good game. I hope a really good game. But we'll have to see how it goes. And, the big question is Patrick Mahomes. How's his ankle? Travis Kelce apparently kind of banged up too during the week. So that could obviously play a huge factor as well. And the Bengals defense they played really well against Buffalo. So impressed with that. Go Bengals, beat these. Yeah, we'll see. I like, I guess selfishly, I'd probably say of the three teams left now, I would probably want Cincinnati to win, just because don't want the NFC team to win. And then I just don't know if I could, just whatever is a good game. I want the Bengals to win so I can see if the Eagles can contain Joey B. Chase it. Yeah, that's the thing. The Bengals have so many. Wow, the temperature, it's 22 degrees. It is chilly there in Kansas City, Missouri. It's a cold one out there. But, the Bengals have a lot of offensive weapons. So do the Chiefs, obviously. You look at Travis Kelce, and then they don't have maybe what people would consider a number one wide receiver, but they have a number of guys there who can play the position pretty darn well. We're up to 24 likes on the stream. Thank you so much, folks, for all of that. Appreciate all the likes so far. Let's keep that rocking and rolling. We'll get a good crowd in here, and we'll have a good time and enjoy this AFC Championship game. Let me see. Christian says, I don't care about this game at all. I don't even want a good game. I'm just, look, of course, and I'm bummed out too, man, about how it all went down with the Niners, but I'm always looking for a good football game. Shifty, then now rookie quarterback won't make past the conference champion. Yeah, didn't happen. Didn't happen, but that's the shame when you get hurt, during the game. I think I'm hating the Eagles as much as the Cowboys and Packers. I don't really. Cincinnati will get the ball to start the game, so I had the ball correctly placed here. Harrison Butker about to kick it off to Cincinnati. Yeah, I think. I think the big question is how do the defenses hold up against these offenses? Kick is away, taken up to the 15 and about the 20-yard line. We are underway here in Kansas City, and Joe Burrow going to lead them out. The Cincinnati Bengals are going to start at their own 20-yard line. The last 10 games, so the Niners did have the longest winning streak in the NFL. Now it's the Bengals. They've won 10 in a row, and they are coming out on offense with Burrow in the shotgun, it looks like, and Mixon to his right. Now to his left. 2 receivers down low, receiver, tight end up top. Snap is away. Quick pass out here to Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase picks up about maybe 3 or 4 yards, tackled by the rookie first-round pick, Trent McDuffie, rookie out of Washington. And the Bengals just have to keep up with their they have to keep up with all their different players on the offensive line because a lot of guys are banged up, but they played well last week against Buffalo. But can they hold up against Chris Jones, Frank Clark, and those boys? 2nd and 7 here for Cincinnati at their own 22. Burrow's in shotgun, got it back to his left. Snap is away. Kansas City bringing a lot of pressure. Wide open over the middle, Jamar Chase, and that's a first down. Cincinnati up to their own maybe 31 or 32-yard line. I'm not even close to those levels of hate. There we go. My first Niners game I ever had to watch was the Eagles. Watch the Eagles win at Candlestick. Ooh. First and 10 here now for Cincinnati at their 31-ish. Burrow in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers and a tight end on the field. Snap is away. Burrow is looking to throw over the middle. Almost intercepted by the rookie Trent McDuffie. Looking for Jamar Chase. And he had a chance to intercept that one, but couldn't come up with it. But a huge shout out again earlier to Nick Elsey for the massive $50 tip. I super appreciate that. It's just really awesome of you. And thank you so much for being here, throughout the season. And of course, we'll be doing it next season all again, but we'll be doing off-season stuff too, so stay tuned. This is how the Bengals are getting it done. Joe Burrow's going to get a lot of pressure, and then when he steps back, someone will be wide open. Almost threw a pick there. 2nd and 10 here from the 31. Snap is away. Burrow hands it off. That's going to be to Pirine, and Pirine gets about maybe 5, possibly 6 on the play. It looks like there's a Kansas City Chief who's just on the ground, and for a second looked like he was out cold, but it's L'Jarius Sneed, and this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good at all. Yikes. L'Jarius Sneed came and wow, jeepers. He hit his head really hard off the thigh of, is it Samaje Perine? Yikes. L'Jarius Sneed, I believe that was, on the ground. Seriously hurt, it looks like, for the Kansas City Chiefs. And that's not good. He looked like he was out of it. He was out of it. I hope Mahomes is strong, says DJG. I mean, I hope we get a healthy Patrick. I hope he's healthy and ready to go and play well. Weirdest NFC Championship ever, G-Not. I wouldn't disagree with that. It's just Sneed is done for the rest of... I would say so, yeah. He took a shot right there. He went to make the tackle, and his helmet just banged off like the thigh of Pirine, so I don't... yikes, I'm not too confident that he'll be out there at all for the rest of the game. But yeah, obviously weird NFC Championship game, and just a disappointing one, really. Not even, I mean, of course, that for me that the Niners lost, but just that the game wasn't very good or entertaining because of injuries. So. Man, I hope he's all right. He definitely looked pretty shaken up, to say the least, in that after that hit. So yikes! Got 46 people in here, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate that. We have 27 likes on this stream, and yeah, rocking and rolling. Man, Cincinnati are just always involved when players get like seriously hurt. All right, Shifty, I'm not going to watch this game. Thank you for making a great Niners season even better. Thank you very much, Christian, too, man, for being here all season long. I will be doing the Super Bowl as well, which, of course, will be in 2 weeks' time. And then there'll be videos, and maybe I think the streams are definitely better for, like, engagement, too. So we'll do videos, too, about defensive coordinator positions, free agency, draft, that kind of stuff. But thank you so much, Christian, obviously, for being here all season long, and really, of course, looking forward to next year. And yeah, what a wild year for the 49ers. Kind of like as per usual, filled with ups and downs. And yeah, there we go. Woosie is on a cruise ship near Columbia. No TV reception. You are it. Let's go. 3rd and 4 here for Cincinnati at their own 37. Burrow's in shotgun. Snap is away. Time running now, steps up into the pocket, going to run it himself, and dives forward, gets the first down, does Joe Burrow. And there is a flag on the play, so this could potentially be coming back if it's a holding call. And I think it is coming back. Snead is done for the yeah, I would say so. I don't think we're going to see him for the rest of the game. They're actually saying it was a false start. So it was actually a false start, not a holding. So false start against Cincinnati. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 on number 77, Adenije. So after they had picked up the first down on the Joe Burrow scramble, it was a false start, actually. So not really sure why they didn't just call the play dead. But 3rd and 9 here for Cincinnati. In the shotgun, snap is away. Got time. Time's running ahead. He's going to get Joe Burrow. Gets sacked. Gets out of it. But then Frank Clark takes him down. And wow, good pressure there from Frank Clark. And Cincinnati are going to have to punt the ball away on their first drive of the game. Joe Burrow looking downfield. Kind of had to maneuver in the pocket. Couldn't keep his eyes downfield. And Frank Clark just finished him up. I'll definitely watch all your content. I don't know what I'm doing for the Super Bowl, but I'll definitely drop by. Awesome. Thank you, Christian, man. Yeah, what a great, what a good year. Good year for the 49ers. We had so many crazy ups and downs, wins, losses, highs, lows, and just another football season in the books right there. And shame it didn't end the way, of course, that we wanted it to, but I think the team showed a lot of resiliency this year. Kadarius Toney with a decent return here gets up to the 36-yard line. So Kansas City going to start with good field position. The over-under is 48 for this game. Yeah, I think the weather conditions are kind of a part of that too, I would imagine. That just because the weather is not the greatest there, that maybe I feel like offenses might not be able to move the ball as effectively as they normally would. Sad loss, SFN. Yeah, completely agree, man. I completely agree. Mahomes is in the shotgun here. Isaiah Pacheco to his right. Snap is away. They hand it to Pacheco to the left side, and he's going to get maybe a yard or so on the play. 2nd and 9 coming up here for Kansas City. What should the Niners do to improve in the draft, and who should we draft with our first draft pick? So much of this is going to come down to, guys, it's hard to say right now because it's going to come down to what happens in free agency. So 2nd and 9 here for Kansas City. Mahomes in the shotgun. Snap is away. Moving pretty good on his feet. Dumps the ball off here to Pacheco. Pacheco tries to get to the edge and gets there. Gets a first down and a whole lot more. And wow, nice run after the catch. Isaiah Pacheco. Good stuff there. Going to draft a center. I think, yeah, well, I mean, probably. I think we probably will. Jesus is Lord. Sure, yeah. I wasn't crying after the game. I mean, I been through some tough losses. So, and this one was just, one of those things too. 1st and 10 here for Kansas City. Mahomes in the shotgun, fakes the handoff to Pacheco, throws it short here. It's going to be Travis Kelce who just makes that patented move where he just sticks his foot in the ground, then turns the other way and just gets first down yardage. And Kansas City on the move. Kansas City on the move. Nice blocking here for Kansas City as well. But Travis Kelce just so good at that and just makes it look easy. Bengals is not at home. That is correct, Dylan. Bengals are on the road. This game is in Kansas City. He has 35 career games with 100 receiving yards or more. That's the most all-time for a tight end. 1st and 10 here, Kansas City. They do a little end around here with Sky Moore, who gets about maybe 2 or 3 yards on the play. So not the best pickup there, but good discipline there by the Cincinnati defense. 2nd and 7 coming up. Yeah, SF for life, man. Love it. Nathan thinks it's going to be Eagles and Chiefs in the Super Bowl. We'll have to wait and see. You never know what can happen. We have 58 people in here, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Do you consider dropping a like on the stream? Subscribe if you're new. Mahomes does hand it off to Pacheco up the middle, who is able to maybe get a yard or 2 on the play. I'm going to say 3rd and 5 coming up from the Cincinnati 25. Now, Harrison Butker he's had some issues this year with kicking, so we'll have to see what they want to do. Some SF fans are like red and gold till they don't make it to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm always going to be a fan. I don't really, it doesn't, I'll always be a fan. Even, the Niners I'd rather be a team that gets the NFC Championship game than a team who's garbage, Congrats to the Eagles, of course, yeah. 3rd and 5. Mahomes throwing it deep for the end zone. Kadarius Toney, I think. Ooh, I think they're going to call it a touchdown. Nope, they're going to say incomplete. See, normally in a situation like that, they would call it a touchdown, and then they would, because it will automatically be reviewed. So it is incomplete. How's Mahomes looking? Is he moving good? Asked DJ Gene. He's moving pretty well. I think you would say that there was maybe... yeah, that's not a catch. For sure not a catch. But I think he's moving pretty well. Like, if you didn't tell anyone that he had an injury, you probably wouldn't notice it a lot. But now Kansas City going to line up here for the field goal, and now they have to call a timeout, I think. Because the clock was winding down, and in typical Andy Reid fashion, I think they have to waste a timeout, or are they going to challenge it? Kansas City's going to challenge this, and I think that this is kind of a foolish challenge because I don't think that's a catch. I think we're going to draft a linebacker in the 5th round. Henry, out of Bama, yeah. I mean, that's not a catch. No, that's not a catch. So, yeah, I think they're probably going to stick with the call on the field here. I think that's going to stay as incomplete. We very well could. You never know. You never know. We have 31 likes on the stream. Thank you so much, folks, for all the likes on the stream. Let's keep that rocking and rolling. 67 people here. Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of tough to do some of these the mock drafts and stuff for the Niners at this point because we just don't know what's going to happen with free agency. There's a number of pending free agents, and whether we're able to bring them back or not is going to be a huge question mark, and that will determine, I think, who we look to. Pacheco clapping for Chiefs. There you go. That's funny. That's funny. Isaiah Pacheco. Man, I think that this is not a great challenge here for Kansas City. Number one, Well, the ball, I don't think I would say there's almost no chance they'll overturn this, but now of course you lose a timeout number one, but you also lose your first challenge. You can only challenge one more time, and we are so early in the game that, we're only 6 minutes into the game, so outside of the last 2 minutes, you basically have like 50 minutes more of game time where you have one challenge, even if you win the other one. So we'll have to see how it goes. All right. Go Bengals, says G-Not. Gotta say it. Burrows to Chase reminds me of Montana to Rice. Wow, that is high praise coming from G-Not there for Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. I think that Joe Burrow's a good quarterback, very good, and Jamar Chase is definitely developing into one of the better receivers in the game. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it all plays out in the end. You know how it goes. So we'll see what the call is here. Stands as called, incomplete. So Kansas City loses a timeout, and they only have one. They only have one challenge. Now I wonder if the play clock was winding down anyways. So I wonder if Andy Reid almost sees this as we're going to have to call a timeout anyway, so we may as well just challenge it. But then, of course, you potentially risk not being able to challenge a big play later because you use it on the play so early. But I guess it was worth it, to him. But Andy Reid, not necessarily known for the best use of timeouts and his time management skills. So Harrison Butker coming here to attempt the field goal. It's going to be a 43-yard attempt. Butker has been up and down this year, so we'll see how this one goes. Cold condition snap is away. Hold is good. Kick is up, and it's going to be good. Whoa! It was good, but it actually went very left, and for a second, I was like, holy moly. But it is good. So Kansas City takes the lead on their first drive of the game. Cincinnati, on their first drive, had to punt the ball away after Joe Burrow got sacked and good defense by the Chiefs. I don't know about anyone else, but my CBS here is Oh, here we go. So, 3-0 Kansas City over the Bengals. There's 8:50 left in the first quarter, and we'll see now, can the Cincinnati Bengals respond? How do they respond? We're at 2320 subscribers, so thank you to the latest subscriber, too, by the way. BT Dubs. Harrison Butker is going to be kicking it off, and Joe Burrow and the offense will get their second shot at it. Really what hurt them on that drive was a penalty, a false start penalty that instead of they picked up the first down on 3rd and 4, but then they had to go 3rd and 9 to get sacked. Kick is away, short kick taken at the 10-yard line up to the 25, 30, 35, 37-yard line. So good return for Cincinnati, and they will have solid field position starting at their own 37-yard line. 32 likes on the stream. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate you. Looks like we got a decent mix of Bengal fans, Chiefs fans, For me, I really just want a good competitive championship game, but I don't know, maybe I'd like Cincinnati, but we'll see. 1st and 10 here for the Bengals. Snap is away. High snap. They hand it off to Mixon. Mixon gets tripped up near the line of scrimmage. Going to pick up maybe about 2 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 8 coming up here for the Bengals. So L'Jarius Sneed is being evaluated for a head injury. I'd be stunned if we saw him again today. And he's a good player, L'Jarius is. 2nd and 8, Burrow and shotgun. Mixon to his left. 3 receivers and a tight end. At their own 40. Snap is away. Chiefs bringing some pressure. Burrow's going to get sacked again, and it's Frank Clark there again for the second sack of the game, and this Kansas City defense coming to play. Frank Clark really bringing the pressure here. Good call also on the linebacker blitz too. Yeah, there's nothing open for Burrow. G-Not says, bring in Brady, tutelage for Trent and Brock for a year, and we're right back in it. Well, I mean, Trey Lance is going into his third year. I mean, if he ain't ready now, I don't think he ever will be. 3rd and 13, play clock winding down, and Cincinnati's going to have to call a timeout. 7:22 left in the first quarter, and Cincinnati's offense just hasn't been able to get anything going, really. And delay of game, they don't even call the timeout. I guess 3rd and 13, 3rd and 18, they don't see much of a difference in it. I mean, I just don't know if the Niners would do that. I mean, you never know. Crazier things have happened, so. But that would be quite the quarterback room if you had Brady, Lance, and Purdy. I mean, 3rd and 18 now for Cincinnati at their own 30. Burrow is going to get sacked by Chris Jones, and he knows better not to slam down Burrow too hard, and that's 4th down. And the Bengals offense they can't make a block to save their lives. And after their offense looking so good against Buffalo, this Chiefs defense is really causing a lot of issues for Joe Burrow and the offense. Burrow is looking, and just sacked. And Chris Jones, who to me is actually, and he's up one of the Defensive Player of the Year candidates. I'm like, he is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic this year. Ooh, not a great punt, but it does take a Cincinnati bounce. So the Chiefs will start second drive of the game at their own 28-yard line. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, man. STOP. Yeah, just the Chiefs defense really getting after Joe Burrow. And I think that's a really good, I think Steve Spagnuolo, the D coordinator in Kansas City, is doing a great job because Cincinnati have had to make so many changes on the fly to their offensive line due to injuries. I think you throw a lot of different looks, a lot of stunts, a lot of different blitzes at them, and basically you're kind of banking on the fact that these guys just haven't built up that chemistry. G-Not says, think Shanahan might be in the hot seat now? No, absolutely not. I know people are going to blame Shanahan for whatever they want to, blame him for, but I don't think there's any way that he is on the hot seat. Even though, look, ultimately it hasn't led to a Super Bowl. We've been in 3 of the last 4 NFC Championship games, and I think this team is really close. And so I doubt we're not going to see Shanahan go anywhere anytime soon. Nor do I want him to go anywhere anytime soon. I know that other people feel differently, but I just don't think I don't know who'd be out there who'd be absolutely better. So. Sack lunch. Yeah, dude, man, the Chiefs defense is just looking fierce. What the hell? Cocaine bear? Cocaine bear? What the fuck is that? Yep. SF had a really good year. It's and I think that we were able to manage and navigate the quarterback injuries as well as any team I think realistically could. So yeah. Back 'em up. Back 'em up. All right. Applebee's all you can eat. Whoa. 74 people in here, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Let's get those likes up. Let's keep it going. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense looking to do some more work. So far, Chiefs defense, fantastic. The pass rush, great. Love what Steve Spagnuolo's doing, throwing a lot of different looks at Joe Burrow. And the coverage is holding up down the field, too. So right now, Kansas City playing really good defense. You'd like to, if you're Kansas City, because you're thinking, yeah, number 23 needs to get in bounds a little bit. He also touched the ball. He was the first person to touch the ball after coming in from out of bounds. So that's a 5-yard penalty. But that's the way I like it. Love it, DJ Gene. Love it. So Mahomes is in shotgun back to his left, which is Pacheco. Snap is away, looking to throw, moving pretty good on his feet. Now rolling to his right, not as nimble as usual. Gets the ball to the tight end. Is that Noah Gray, I believe? And a pickup of about 4 on first down. He had to roll out to his right. And, Mahomes looking okay, but definitely not as nimble as you would normally see Mahomes. Second and 5 coming up here for Kansas City at their own 37. Mahomes in shotgun. Snap is away. He's looking to throw. Dumps it off here. Great play call. Great blocking downfield. Pacheco gets big yards to the Cincinnati 45-yard line. They set up that screen pass perfectly. The blockers did a great job of selling it just being a pass, and then they all just, little Mahomes does a little pass out, and then bam. They're rocking and rolling. That's the way, I like it, What's going on here? Oh, I'm getting issues here. Is anyone else getting issues with CBS, the game cutting out? 1st and 10 for Kansas City at the Bengal 45, empty backfield. Mahomes shotgun throws, caught by Kadarius Toney, trying to make a guy miss and ends up just tripping over his own feet. And going to be close to a first down for Toney, but also a bit of a dangerous throw right there. The Bengal defender got over there just late. But so far, Kansas City definitely looking the better team right now. And Kelsey was pretty open, too, on that. Kadarius Toney may have hurt himself on that one. Yeah, it looked like he sprained an ankle or twisted an ankle or something on that. 2nd and 1 here for the Chiefs. Mahomes hands it off to Ronald Jones, I believe. And I don't think he got the first down. Yeah, he did not get anywhere. 3rd and short coming up for Kansas City. CBS sucks in Deerfield, Florida. Was that happening on your CBS too? Like the screen just went black for just went completely nothing for about maybe 3 or 4 seconds. Maybe even a little bit longer. 3rd and 1. This is a big play for the Cincinnati defense here. Your offense has done nothing. You do a little end around here to McCole Hardman. Oh, that's a first down, but he took a shot. Wow, big time shot right there. And then you have a player down for Kansas City, an offensive lineman who's certainly slow to get up. He does get up eventually. That's Smith, number 65. Ja'Cory Thornton says, let's go Kansas City. Kansas City they're looking the better team for sure. McCole Hardman took a shot though from Cameron Taylor-Britt, the rookie cornerback. Now it's 1st and 10 up to the Cincinnati 34, we'll call him. Mahomes in shotgun. Has McKinnon, hands it off to McKinnon to the right side. McKinnon spins out, gonna maybe lose a yard or lose half a yard on the play. And a really nice coverage there by Sample of the Cincinnati Bengals. Always issues with CBS. Yeah. I end up watching games on Fox a lot more because they typically do much more of the NFC games. But, of course, you can see some games on CBS. 2nd and 11. Mahomes behind center. McKinnon in the backfield. 3 tight ends on the field. Fakes the handoff. Only a 3-man rush. Mahomes over the middle, wide open. Kelsey flips it over to McKinnon. And it's a first down. Interesting play right there that Kelsey, one of those hook and ladder type plays. And I don't know how, on a 3-man rush, how does Kelsey get so wide open? I mean, and then that was a dangerous play. I was like, what? But threw it like not great. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. So there's a minute 30 left in the first quarter. Mahomes and shotgun. They're up to the Cincinnati 22-yard line. Snap is away. Fakes the end around here. Throws it over the middle. Going to be wide open. Jerick McKinnon for now. It's going to be first and goal from the 9-yard line. And Mahomes has a lot of time back there to throw the football. And when you have all that motion, you have all the different weapons out there, it's just so hard to try and zero in on one guy. And you have a talented player like McKinnon down the field who's come on really strong towards the end of the, especially towards the end of the year. So the Cincinnati defense just, oof. Can you hold him to 3 here? Can you hold him to 3? 8 completions to 6 different receivers. First and goal from the 9. Mahomes in shotgun. Snap is away. Flips it over 2, and it's almost intercepted by Cincinnati. Does a little flips the ball over to McKinnon. McKinnon can't reel it in. The ball flips up and almost intercepted by the Bengals. Wow. Dangerous play. McKinnon turns around and Mahomes throws it a bit high, and number 21 just can't reel it in. So close. So freaking close. 41 seconds left in the first quarter. Second and goal from the 9. Mahomes behind center. Pacheco in the backfield. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Hardman in motion. Snap is away. Hands it to Pacheco. Pacheco to the left side. And running touchdown, Kansas City. Kansas City gets the touchdown. That's Pacheco. Looked like he was going to be stopped after a short gain. Manages to maneuver his way through, but there's a holding on the offense, so slow down. No touchdown. No touchdown holding against Andrew Wiley, the guard, the right guard, so no touchdown. But you're right, MT. KC is controlling the game. Mahomes high ankle sprain, not severe. Kelsey back, not. Yeah, they're looking healthy. So we have 38 likes on the stream. Let's see if we can get to 49 likes. Let's do 49 likes. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Second and goal for the Chiefs. Now at the Cincinnati 19 after the holding call. So that could be a huge call right there. After Pacheco had the touchdown, Mahomes looking for a quick pass, now looking to lob it for the end zone, but just basically throws it out in an elaborate throwaway. And Eli Apple, they're going all out for it, but almost ends up in the friggin' crowd. There we go, 39 likes. Yeah, Mahomes is moving pretty well, all things considered. Which is crazy to think about, just because that looked pretty bad, the injury he suffered against Jacksonville. So now it's third and goal here from the Cincinnati 19. And honestly, if they can hold him to 3 here, which you never know, but I think that, and now the play clock is winding down and you got to use your another timeout. So that's the second timeout. Of course, the first one was because of the failed challenge. Let's make Burrows and co. eat their trash talk. MT obviously rooting big time here for the Kansas City Chiefs. We're 32 seconds left in the first quarter. Considering how their offense has looked, I would say that Cincinnati would probably feel pretty good if they end up only being down 6-0. I'll say that. Now, of course, you never want to be losing, but I would have to say that would be the case. So Mahomes coming back out. 32 seconds left in the quarter. And, Kansas City only has 1 timeout left in the first half. So that could potentially be a big deal when we get closer to halftime. But we're still in the first quarter here, folks. And definitely not the high-scoring game that maybe some people could have expected considering the offense is out here today. But we'll see how the rest of the game goes. Third and goal from the 19. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, and McKinnon then in the backfield with Mahomes. Snap is away. Bengals bring in pressure, gets rid of it, gets it to Kelsey. Kelsey gets tackled around the 6-yard line. Kelsey again looking to maybe like lateral the ball. And Crazy Fiance Crazy Guy says, I am depressed. Why, man? Is it because the 49ers lost? I'm just kidding. So end of the first quarter here, folks, and it's going to be 4th and goal coming up from the 6, and it looks like Kansas City will take the points. But as we start the second quarter, Kansas City are, looking to make it a 6-point game. Kansas City needs a touchdown, says Jacory. You would think that, at the end of the day, if you were to ask Kansas City, basically end of the first quarter, you're going to be up by 6. I don't think you'd be upset about that, but considering the situation here, it's like you've stopped Cincinnati completely. You've shut them out. You've shut them down, their offense. You think it's probably a matter of time before they get it going again. And so you would have liked to have 19-12 is the reason? Yeah, man. Yeah, that's tough. It was a tough game, of course. 49ers, Cowboys, and honestly, I wish, even though I know that you don't like the 49ers, of course, but I know that you don't like the Eagles, and I just wish that the Niners could have put up a better fight against the Eagles, but, you lose your quarterback, that changes a lot of things. You lose your 3rd-string quarterback, you're on to your 4th, but there we go. We're at 44 likes, so we're at Kyle Juszczyk likes, we're at Tom Rathman likes. Love to see it. But yeah, so starting the second quarter, you have to think that Kansas City will be able to tack on a further 3 points. But I think if you're Cincinnati, you're probably, all things considered, about how things could have gone, knowing that Kansas City typically on offense are such a juggernaut that you're like, oh, we're only down 6 points. I think you'd actually be like, okay, let's start playing some ball now. Travis Kelce already with 41 yards. Man, he is such a monster. Too early to count the other team. Of course, yeah, Jacory, you're totally right. You're totally right. Way too early to count out Cincinnati. They can put up points pretty quickly, and they are typically a good offensive team. I think they need to maybe run the ball a little bit more and try and get that going and establish that because they're throwing a lot of different blitzes at the Cincinnati offensive line. An offensive line, too, that's somewhat makeshift, I would say, Decent showing, it looks like, for Bengals fans in Kansas City. But we'll have to see how the rest of this game goes. And we're going to be starting here the second quarter, 4th and goal. And yes, the Chiefs are lined up to kick the field goal to try and tack on 3 more. This is essentially what the old extra point attempts were. It's 24-yard attempts, so this should be pretty easy money here for Harrison Butker, and to take a 6-point lead. I can read your mind. Snap is away, hold is good, kick is up, and it's good. So it is 6-0 Kansas City over Cincinnati, and but Cincinnati's got to get their offense going a little bit now. I think Cincinnati's defense has kind of done their job so far. I mean, if you can just keep holding the Chiefs to 3 points, you kind of take that as a win, basically. So we'll see if the Bengals can now respond offensively. They've struggled in pass protection, to say the least. Already given up 3 sacks, 2 to Frank Clark, 1 to Chris Jones. To me, Chris Jones, he is in consideration for Defensive Player of the Year, but to me was the best defensive tackle in football. I think he was better than you're right, I can prove it. And so there we go. Man, we'll see. What can Cincinnati do here? I think you got to run the football and try and really just slow down that pass rush and see. But maybe you try and get some screen passes going, or I don't know, something. But Zach Taylor and them, they know a lot more about football than I do, and But we'll see. Burrow doesn't have much time. You got to find ways to basically make them think, maybe some misdirection plays, things of that nature. We have 81 people in here, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out. 46 likes on the stream. Appreciate y'all. I'm thinking that man, Kansas City, this is a little bit unlike them to not be able to convert in the red zone. You are a big fan of Blink-182. That's true, man. That is very true. You are spot on about that. I absolutely am. But a lot of commercials here now just because we had the change of the quarter, and then it's just a field goal, and now it's going to be a kickoff, and now there'll probably be more commercials, and it's just insane. I love the NFL, but sometimes I'm like, why not just go straight into the kickoff? Like, why do we have to do all this? I mean, I get it. I know why they do it because they're making freaking so much money, but yeah. But, so yeah, Philadelphia going to the Super Bowl, taking on either Kansas City or Cincinnati. And, man, told you I can read minds. Hey, I mean, you're right that I am a big fan, you know. I'm a big fan of them. Love them. It's the band I grew up listening to. Arrowhead Stadium. Opened in 1972. One of the loudest stadiums, apparently, in the NFL. And it's a cold night there in Kansas City, Missouri. Harrison Butker about to kick it off here to the Bengals. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see if Cincinnati can get a response going here. Kick is away. Looks like it's going to be a touchback. And Cincinnati will take over on the 25-yard line. I think maybe after that last return, I think Kansas City was maybe trying to do those short kicks and see if you can maybe pin them deep. But Cincinnati's been able to get some good returns in. Frank Clark Chris Jones just absolutely destroyed number 74 on that play. Holy moly. Yikes. So, 1st and 10 here. Burrow, quick pass out to the right side to Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase will get decent yards here on first down. Maybe picks up about 6 or 7. Good play call here. Use their aggressiveness against them. Just quick throw out. GEHA Field at Arrowhead. TD, baby. TD. 2nd and 2 here for the Bengals. Burrow behind center. Pitch it out here to the left side to Joe Mixon. And Mixon gets thrown down to the ground. Picks up about 1.5 yards. So 3rd and inches coming on up here. 3rd and 1 they're calling. I'd say 3rd inches. They don't really there's no touchdown. There ain't no touchdown. So it ain't a spoiler. Ooh, let's see what we got here. 3rd and 1. Cincinnati at their own 34-ish yard line. Burrow behind center. Chase in motion. Snap is away. They hand it to Pirine. Pirine gets the first down. Gets a few more yards. Gets up to about the 38-yard line. Nice gain on 3rd and short by Samaje Pirine. He's definitely one of their tough runners. Pirine, that guy, he can knock guys over big time. So Cincinnati finally getting something a little bit going on offense here. Just gonna need to keep their offense on the field and get into a bit of a rhythm. 1st and 10 here. Burrow behind center, single back. Snap is away, fakes the handoff, does a little screen pass here to number 84, and he kind of ends up tripping up under his own feet himself, but gets a first down. So to Wilcox, not really used so much. San Francisco 49ers, what happened? Our quarterback got hurt. We were on to our fourth quarterback of the year. That's what happened. Yep. On to our fourth quarterback. First and 10 here for the Bengals at their own 49-yard line after the good screen pass here. Burrow looking, time's running out, gonna get sacked again. And this time it's the rookie George Karlaftis, rookie edge player out of Purdue. And that's the fourth sack so far on Joe Burrow. And we have a long way to go in the first half. So this makeshift offensive line for Cincinnati, they had some success last week against Buffalo, maybe aided by the bad weather there, but not good so far here in Kansas City. 2nd and 14 from their own 45-yard line. Burrow in shotgun, snap is away, looking to throw, dumps it off for Pirine and not ready for it at all. And the linebacker for Kansas City was right there to make the stop, even if he did. Yeah, we lost both quarterbacks, yeah. Crazy guy. I thought you were a Cowboys fan. A Cowboys fan saying fly, Eagles, fly. All righty. Third and 14 here for the Bengals. And they're in trouble. They haven't been able to pass protect at all. Empty backfield for Burrow in the shotgun. They're bringing pressure, but the blocking is decent. Throwing it down the field, and he's open. T. Higgins, first down. And that's actually Tyler Boyd. And first down, Cincinnati. Nice throw. Good protection there. He actually had some time. And a nice route there by Boyd to get beyond the line of scrimmage. Makes the catch and holds on to the ball. I can't believe a Cowboy fan said fly, Eagles, fly. That's the most. All righty. 1st and 10 for the Bengals at the Chiefs 39 right now. This is the first play in Kansas City territory. Burrow in the shotgun looking to throw and just basically throws it away. Enjoy this year. We'll see what happens in the Super Bowls. He was back next year, says Eric Dane. Year after. Yeah, exactly. I just could never imagine being happy that a division rival, that rivalry's gone back so far that you'd be happy about. Hey, to each their own, I guess. I could never be happy if I could never be happy with let's say Seattle winning. But hey, there you go. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 here for Cincinnati at the Kansas City 39. Snap is away. Burrow's going to look to throw. Got time. Throws it over the middle. Wide open. Nice catch there by Boyd. Gets yards after the catch up to the 15-yard line of Kansas City. And now the protection's holding up. They were able to get those routes down the field. Big time play right there. Good blocking. And Boyd just finding the soft spot. If you can't beat him, join him. Chiefs will be, oh, no, I'm not going to. No, I wouldn't. There is a player hurt, and I think it's Boyd maybe who's hurt on the play. 1st and 10 here for the Bengals at the 15-yard line. Burrow in shotgun. He's got Mixon to his right, and he's going to hand the ball off to Mixon, who's going to get swallowed up by guess who? Chris freaking Jones. Man, he's had a monster quarter. Huge tackle for loss. I mean, they're only going to call it a 2-yard loss, but wow. I mean, number 74 Sharping, it's like what? Yeah, he's just having a rough time trying to handle Chris Jones. 2nd and 13. Yeah, that was a loss of 3. So Burrow in the shotgun again at the Kansas City 18-yard line. 9.5 minutes to go in the half. Burrow's looking. Throws a short here to Hayden Hurst, who's going to get maybe about 5 or 6 yards on the play. So it will be 3rd and about 8 to go. 49ers have Trey, Brock, CMC. I mean, yeah, we have a lot of great players, and they're all locked up for multiple years. And you're right. I think the Niners should be a very good team next year as well. So I have a lot of confidence in the 49ers moving forward. Just hopefully won't have four quarterbacks get hurt in 1 year. Joe Mixon is from Contra Costa County. Excellent. 3rd and 7 here for Cincinnati. Burrow's in the shotgun. P. Ryan to his left. Snap is away. Looking to throw. Throws it for the end zone. Incomplete. Looking for Hayden Hurst in the end zone. Not a bad throw. Good coverage on the play. And it looks like the Cincinnati Bengals are now going to see if they can tack on 3 points, make it a field goal game. Man, he did get his, wow, that was a great throw. Yeah, been to the NFC Championship Game 3 out of 4 years. Yeah. Evan McPherson now, who's had some really high moments with the Bengals, but also has had some awful moments too. But 30-yard attempt here should be pretty easy money for McPherson. Snap is away, hold is good, kick is up, and it is good. So it's a 6-3 ball game. And Kansas City will get the ball back. And Kansas City do get the ball to start the second half. There's 8:36 left in the half. Niners should pick up Baker Mayfield. Oh, I don't think that's going to happen. But never say never, right? You never say never. I think that next year it's going to be you'll have Trey, you'll have Brock, and then you'll have probably some veteran quarterback there who, I don't know, someone who can maybe do a little bit better than a guy like Josh Johnson. Incomplete. Yeah, Eagles are, I hope they, says Eric. Yeah, Eric clearly not happy with the Eagles. And, I think the Eagles, I'd say that for the vast majority of the year, they were my number one team in the NFL, that they played like it. They made some really good moves throughout the year, and somehow they still have 2 first-round picks as well, which is crazy to think. But, although injuries happen in football, and they can only play the teams that you can play that are in front of you, so I would say congrats to Philadelphia for winning and going to the Super Bowl. We'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. So this game has kind of been not really what you'd expect. Really slow to get off the ground here. You'd really think that the offenses would be a little bit more effective. That is crazy. Yeah. I would guess that the Niners would look to have Trey, Purdy, and then they'd have somebody else, like a veteran guy. Jacory said Eagles played the better game. Yeah, overall they definitely played better. I think that you have your quarterbacks get hurt. It's Eagles winless with their second-string quarterback, and the Niners made it to the NFC Championship game with their third. Yeah, and I don't knock the Eagles again. When people talk about easy schedules and stuff. Oh yeah, this is crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, I would have thought Amir too that this would be a crazy scoring happening, but it's definitely been slow to start. But when it comes to these two teams, they can just start scoring points in a hurry. You got a free slice of pizza, hot wings, beer. Nice. Hell yeah. Well, I give credit to you got to just beat the teams in front of you, and that's what you got to do. The 49ers did everything they could. Kick is away for McPherson, and it's going to be, that was close to going out of bounds, but it is going to be a touchback. So Kansas City will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 25. Next year, Trey will be healthy. He's going to truck Reddick into the dirt so hard he might strike oil. Look, I think that Eagles have done a phenomenal job managing their roster, and so that's one of the huge things. And I think Lynch has done a good job too. You can't count on losing 3 or 4 quarterbacks. On 1st and 10, they hand the ball to Pacheco, who's weaving his way in and out of traffic, ends up getting about 5 or 6 yards. looked like he could have been stopped for a pickup of 2, and that's something that kind of seeing as a bit of a trend here with a guy like Pacheco, that he's just able to get those yards going. Now, Kadarius Toney is questionable to return with an ankle injury. He did catch a pass earlier, tried to make a move and kind of maybe awkwardly, maybe twisted his ankle a little bit. So 2nd and 5 here for Kansas City. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his left, and the back now motions out. Mahomes looking left, gets it to, that's going to be Juju Smith-Schuster for a first down. Cincinnati, Eli Apple on the coverage. Who do you think is going to win? I got Bengals by 5. I don't know. I think maybe Kansas City wins this one. I think Kansas City wins this one. Their defenses looked really, really solid, and I think that they'll eventually get it together on offense and score touchdowns instead of field goals. But, hey, we'll see. Cincinnati have a very good football team. 1st and 10, Mahomes looking, has to roll out to his right, looks, and finds a man. That's MVS, and gets first down yardage. Juju Smith-Schuster. What's that? The Bill Burr. This is a Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and gets the first down. If you really think about it, mirrors don't break the... Yeah, that's true. Good point. Crazy guy. I mean, it could go either way. Both offenses not really showing up yet. Yeah, and it's the defenses are playing well. 1st and 10 now for Kansas City. At their own 48. Mahomes faking the handoff here. Throwing it deep over the middle. And he's got a man caught. MVS up to the Cincinnati 22. And that is a huge pickup right there. And what I'm noticing is, man, Mahomes has a lot of time back there in the pocket. Compared to what we're seeing Burrow have, Mahomes has all the time. And not great coverage there by Hilton. But then again, it's really difficult to cover MVS. When you have that much time, he's 6'4", runs a 4.3 40. But I feel like the Bengals are probably going to have a blowout second half like they had this year. Shifty, it's 51 degrees where I live. Damn, that's not too bad. Snap is away for Mahomes, hands it off to McKinnon up the middle. McKinnon fights forward and ends up getting about 4 yards, maybe 5 yards on the play. Just churning out those yards, man. Woo! A little Ric Flair action. The nature boy, Ric Flair. The nature boy. We're at 53 likes. Love to see that. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. And Mahomes is having a very efficient day so far. 12 for 15 for 151 yards. In the red zone now. 2nd and 5 from the Cincinnati 18-yard line. Mahomes behind center. Man in motion. McKinnon in the backfield. They do hand it off to McCole Hardman on a little end around here. Tries to cut back inside. Gets close to the first down. But going to be about a yard shy at the 14, 13-yard line. 105 people in here, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for being here. 3rd and 1 for the coming up here for the Kansas City Chiefs. There's 5 minutes to go in the half. There's so many. This is where Kansas City are like next to impossible to defend. They're just so difficult to defend here, even though they're actually ranked 31st in the NFL in these kind of situations. And Mahomes is going to get sacked. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but they don't pick up the first down. And that's Sample getting in there. And now 4th and 1. Do Kansas City want to go for it? 8 degrees. Holy moly. See, 71. That's more like it, but 8 degrees. Whew. That's chilly. The Kansas City offense is staying out there on 4th and 1. They're in field goal range, of course. But, Kansas City, Andy Reid, he likes to be aggressive, and he is going to be doing that right here, right now. And the play clock is winding down, so Kansas City is going to have to use their final timeout of the half, and there's 4 minutes to go. It says go. Amir says go for it. Go for it. 55 likes. Thank you very much, you guys. Appreciate all of that. And this is a big decision here. Big decision here. Super Bowl party in a nutshell. Hey, dude, do you want to come over to scream at a TV and eat snacks and get drunk? Yeah, that's about right. QB sneak. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Amir. But the Bengals do have some good defensive linemen, like DJ Reader. I think, isn't it DJ Reader? BJ Hill. So they have some players in there that it's not going to be the easiest thing to do on this Bengal D-line. So we'll see what Kansas City want to do here. But, man, if they don't pick up this first down, you feel like they've squandered what should be a massive lead. But I don't know. No, Mahomes coming out in shotgun. And the snap is away, going to roll out to his right, and he has Schuster. Throws it for the end zone. Touchdown, Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Mahomes immediately took the snap, rolled out to his right. Kelce gets to the end zone, and easy touchdown. They had Jesse Bates in coverage, but just couldn't keep up with him. So, yeah. So, touchdown, KC. Will they go? I think it's too early to go for 2. I just think you try and tack on the point. Man, Bates got to do better than that. Got to do better than that, my man. Yeah, just easy for Kelce. Easy. And here comes the extra point attempt for Butker. Kick is up, and it's good. So it's going to be 13-3. There's 3:53. A lot of threes right there. 3:53 left in the half. So plenty of time. And Cincinnati have all 3 timeouts. So they have plenty of time to get a drive going here. But Kansas City, that was a big play right there. 4th and 1. And they end up getting the touchdown on it. Boom, baby. Says Jacory. And we got DJG. And they are pumped up with it, man. Nice play. Nice just patience. And that's even with Mahomes on like his ankle, bothering him, of course. But the ability where he can run the football, and they just make you defend every level, and it's just so difficult to do that. It's just, it's so difficult to defend Kansas City that, how do you stop them? They have so many weapons, and Mahomes can just get the ball, and just throws dimes all the freaking time, man. Crazy. Kelce versus Kelce in the Super Bowl, says Amir. Could very well happen. We know that Jason is, of course, they're on the way there. But, we'll have to see what happens here with Kansas City. So far, pretty good. Cincinnati just needs to try and get some kind of a rhythm going offensively. They were able to a certain degree, and they definitely improved their pass protection on the last drive. So we'll see what other adjustments they maybe have made. All right. You don't legally own the money. It's just your turn with it. True that. Boom, baby. Man, I'm excited to see now how Cincinnati can respond here because, tough going. Terry Schnell, San Francisco 49ers go next year. Oh, man, I hope so. But, that's all you can do, right? It's all you can do. Disappointing to say the least, but, I have a lot of the players played really well, so all year long. So there we go. Taco Bell, man, that's making me hungry. I'm getting hungry now. What's that? The Mexican pizza? I'm like, I don't know about the Mexican pizza, but I don't even know about Taco Bell, but I'm starting to get a little hungry here. A little hungry up in here. All right, 3:53 to go, and you have a good opportunity here for Cincinnati. They can keep this game close. You feel like now, Kansas City now has made it that 2-possession lead, so you want to get that score before halftime, make it a 1-possession game. The kickoff was away, and it's a touchback, so Cincinnati takes over on the 25-yard line. But you really do want to make it. If you Chiefs suck. You really want to make it that 1-possession game. Make it a 1-possession game so you can keep with it. All it takes is one play, then, and you're right back in it. But Kelsey's been really good today. They can't stop him. 3:53 to go in the half. Burrow in shotgun. Now by himself. Did have Mixon. Burrow looking, throws it off to Mixon, who's wide open. Going to fight forward for about 5 or 6 yards. Jacory says, if the Bengals don't come out strong with the score, it's going to be tough for them. Yeah, big time. Plus Kansas City. Yeah, Kansas City gets the ball to start the second half. So you kind of feel like, too, that if Cincinnati don't score before halftime, that if it is 13 to 3 even at halftime, and then they get the ball, it's going to be tricky to come back in it. MB for saying they suck, just making. So they hand it off to Mixon here on 2nd down and 4. It's going to be 3rd and 2. I love Taco Bell. 3rd and 2 coming up, and there's less than 3 minutes to go in the half. Cincinnati, let's go. Let's pick up this first down. Let's see what the Chiefs want to do off defensively. Do they kind of keep the play in front of them? Don't want to give up the big play. We'll see. Cincinnati's pass protection has been iffy at best. Burrow's in the shotgun. Pirine to his right. Chase down low. 3 receivers up top. No Boyd. Boyd is on the sideline. Snap is away. Looking. Throws it down the field. Intercepted Joe Burrow by Watson. And that's going to be Kansas City football. And that is what you absolutely cannot do if you are Joe Burrow and the Bengals. He didn't get nearly enough on it. He needed to get way down there, and the defense comes up with a huge play. Joe Burrow with the bad pass, and number 35, Watson, just picks it out of the air, gets decent return on it. Great field position here for Kansas City. And, wow, Kansas City's going to have the ball at the Cincinnati 39. And yikes, this game has just gone from bad to worse. Holy moly. Wow. Joe Burrow with not a great throw. He could have had Higgins on that one, but he needed to put like a way more down on it. He needed to get that ball probably another 5-10 yards downfield. Joe Cool choking, I see, says Sam Surfer. Yeah, he's not looking great. I mean, the protection has been iffy at best, but I mean, that's just a bad throw. Just a bad throw. I mean, that's on him, Not much else you can say about it. As an Eagles fan, don't care who we play. Hey, congrats to the Eagles, man. You guys beat down on the Niners big time. I know you can talk about whatever the quarterback injury, but congrats to the Eagles. And they have a fantastic team. They were my number one team in terms of power rankings and stuff for the vast majority of the year, and they were really good. Shifty, there's Super Bowl box where taco, Mexican pizza, wings, Mexican spice ranch, 2 of them. There we go. Yeah. I smell another TD, says Jacory. Hoo-hoo. Jacory's feeling a little confident now in those Kansas City Chiefs. And MT saying Joe is a choker. Yikes. Yeah, this is like arguably worst case scenario for Cincinnati. After being able to just stay close and stay in the game, this could get out of hand pretty quickly. I think if you're Kansas City, ideally you're hoping that you put up 7 more points on the board, and you basically don't give Cincinnati a chance to do anything before halftime, and you get the ball to start the second half. The Eagles will win the Super Bowl barring injuries. I mean, yeah, the Eagles team's fantastic. It's just talented all across the board. Thanks, man. Wish it were a better game. We've had our share of QB woes over the years. Yep, I heard that, man. I mean, obviously bad luck, and it's a bummer because there was no dirty play. Just bad luck, really, that Purdy got hurt. But congrats to the Eagles. I think they were the best team in the NFL for the majority of the years. So 1st and 10 here for Mahomes. Mahomes going to throw it over the middle, basically a throwaway. Almost took a shot there. But But yeah, I think the Eagles have a really strong roster. COC says KC will win the Super Bowl. Mahomes, the Super Bowl. If you don't put sour cream in your Taco Bell tacos, then don't talk to me. There we go, man. Then don't talk to me. Mahomes will win it this year. Could very well do. 2nd and 10 here for the Chiefs at their own 30. At the Cincinnati 39. Cincinnati showing pressure. Probably going to back some of the players out of it, though, you'd imagine. Snap is away. Maybe a false start on the left tackle. Incomplete. Looking for Isaiah Pacheco. And now, suddenly, you have 3rd and 10. You're at the Cincinnati 39. So, I mean, you could definitely attempt a field goal if you don't pick up the first down here. But Cincinnati does have a chance to, could very well have a chance to get the ball again before halftime, depending on what happens here. 8 different receivers have caught the ball for Kansas City, and that is why they are so tough to stop. 3rd and 10 right here for the Chiefs. Mahomes in shock and McKinnon to his left. Sky Moore in motion. He's got all the time in the world back there. Mahomes throws it, but way overthrows Sky Moore. Incomplete. So that's 4th and 10. And uncharacteristically, a really inaccurate pass from Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, the Eagles are a powerhouse. When the Eagles were just able to, like, getting like A.J. Brown and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, and then they picked up like James Bradbury. The Giants just cut him. It's like, man, they were able to trade like Robert Quinn, and they were able to pick up Hassan Reddick for, on a good deal. It's like just crazy. It's like they just stacked talent. So they're actually punting the ball away. So Cincinnati does actually have a chance here before halftime. And the punt will go out around maybe the 5-yard line, I would say. So 4-yard line. Cincinnati has a long way to go. But Cincinnati has a very long way to go here. But they have 2-minute warning and 3 timeouts. So great punt there by Kansas City. But that interception, it definitely hurts Cincinnati, of course, because of the field position, but could have been worse. I don't see why one of Burrow's signed rookie cards, 64,000. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know about that. Dude, that Montana poster behind you is a classic. Yeah. Montana's the man. If only we could get Montana, the 22-year-old Montana, back with the 49ers. So the handoff on first down to Mixon picks up 2 yards. We're at the 2-minute warning. There's a 1:59 left in the half. But thank you for that. I love this. I love that poster. 1:59 left, and we're at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 8 coming up here, and Kansas City doesn't have any timeouts left, so we'll have to see how they want to play it. We're at 2318 subscribers, so thank you so much for that, guys. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let's go. Let's go. 102 people in here. Let's see how we're doing in the likes. We're at 61 likes. Thank you very much, guys, for all the likes on the stream. Appreciate that. Let's keep that rocking and rolling. Yep, Montana, Dwight Clark, Freddie Solomon, Jerry Rice, John Taylor. Oof. Man, yeah. That's like the one thing that the Niners are just really, missing is the just consistently good quarterback play, That's the one thing with Garoppolo that was always most frustrating is that even within the same game, he'll make some of the best throws you'll ever see in terms of fitting it into really tight windows, and he'll make some of the absolute worst throws you'll ever see. And if the Niners can get a little bit more consistency on at their quarterback position, whether that's Purdy or Lance, we'll see. Then the Niners could actually have a shot, but need that quarterback position to be good, to have a chance. Jerry Rice was flexing his rings at the link today. He was, and yes, he was definitely being like, look at the rings, because Jerry Rice has 3 quarterback rings, and he had his big 49er chain. But yeah, clearly the game. I think Jerry Rice is still like, of course, I'm sure he's probably a little bit bummed out that the Niners lost, but I'm sure he just is like, oh well, I have 3 Super Bowls, so. Whatever. If you eat 1 pound of Taco Bell, you're 1% Taco Bell, yeah. Go Bengals, says 1-1-1. 1-1. True. I'm kind of just hoping that Cincinnati makes a game of it. You know, that's what I want to see. I want to see Cincinnati like really kind of get something going here just to get a little bit of excitement going. You know what I mean? Because we already had a really bad NFC Championship game, and I don't want to have another blowout here in the AFC one. I think the NFL would be quite... Yeah, Montana with of course, yeah. Montana has 4 rings. Montana has 4 rings, not 5. Second and 8 coming up for the Bengals at their own 7. Here we go. Burrow in shotgun. He's got Pirine to his right. Down low, you have Higgins, Hurst. Still no, I think Boyd is still not out there. Snap is away for Burrow. Throws it short here to Hurst. Hurst got to make a man miss. Gets decent yards and gets out of bounds, but it's not going to be enough for a first down. So it's going to be 3rd and short. And because he gets out of bounds, I mean, I guess you could look at it in a good way or a bad way, but it's 3rd down. There's a minute 52 left. Go Bengals. Rice is... Jerry Rice is the man. Best receiver of all time. No question. 3rd and 2 for the Bengals. They need to pick up this first down in a big way. Burrow in shotguns got Pirine to his left. 3 receivers and a tight end on the field. Snap is away. Looking to throw. Got decent protection. Time's running out. Burrow is just going to throw it down the field against his body. Ball flips up. Intercepted again. But they're going to say there's a flag against number 6 of the Kansas City Chiefs. Maybe he got there a little bit early. Mickey D's onion rings. S-T-O-P. I think pass interference on the defense. I think, Brian Cook, the rookie safety, I believe out of Maryland, I think, got there just a little bit early. Yeah, he got there early. Yeah, that's definitely. Jimmy G is not a Hall of Famer. They will release him another choker. Well, there's no doubt about that. Well, they don't even need to release him. Jimmy G's a free agent, so he ain't coming back. That's for damn sure. So, yeah, the Brian Cook did hit Hayden Hurst a little bit before the ball got there. So, pass interference, Cincinnati 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. Burrow's in shotgun. Backs either side of him. 3 receivers. Snap is away. Under pressure, dumps it off here to Pirine. Pirine maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Minute 30 left. Clock is moving. Cincinnati going into hurry up. It was an interception, but yeah, it came back, man. Yeah, it was a pass interference against the Chiefs. 2nd and 9, they're calling it. 4 receivers on the field, back in the backfield with Burrow. Burrow's running out of time, throwing it down. Nice catch there. Jamar Chase gets into Kansas City territory, up to the Kansas City 49-yard line. 1st and 10, Cincinnati. Yeah, I mean, that was definitely a pass interference, but Chiefs or Bengals going hurry up here. Snap is away. Burrow's looking to throw. Got some good protection. Throws it. Caught by Higgins. Needs to get out of bounds and eventually does. But I think that should the clock not be running? Because I think he went out of bounds going backwards. But Jeez Louise. T. Higgins, nice route there. And able to haul it in. He does get out of bounds. I don't know if he was going backwards. That's a tough call. That would have been a tough call against Cincinnati, I think. So 2nd and 5 here at the Kansas City 44. Burrow's in shotgun, 50 seconds to go. They still have all 3 timeouts. Snap is away. Dumps it off here to Pirine. Pirine's going to be able to get to the first down. Clock is going to keep moving. Are they going to mark him shy? They mark him shy. And 40 seconds, they call timeout. I think that they're going to want to have the officials, they do call their first timeout. There's 40 seconds to go. But I think Zach Taylor will probably tell the officials to take a look at this and the spot of the foul or spot of the ball, because looked to me initially that he'd got enough for the first down. 66 likes. Thank you so much, folks. Appreciate that. And I wonder this. No, they added 3 seconds to the clock, so there's 43 seconds. 3rd and 1, and yeah, I thought that would have been enough for a first down. We'll see if they're going to take a look at it. But Cincinnati missing 3 of their starting offensive linemen from week 1. Their left tackle, their right tackle, and their left guard, I think. The Chiefs are winning. Yeah, absolutely. They are not going to adjust the spot of the ball, so they're saying 3rd and 1. Burrow in the shotgun. They're just inside the 40. I think you go for them 4th down either way here. Snap is away. You hand it to Mixon, who gets enough for the first down, and you're now up to the Kansas City 37-yard line, and you're probably using your second timeout. 39 seconds to go in the half. You're in field goal range for a guy like McPherson. Now, it'd be no gimme by any means. It'd be a 55-yarder. But of course, if you're Cincinnati, you're still thinking 7. MT says, do you think Tampa wants Jimmy G? Possibly. I don't know. I mean, I think it would depend on who their offensive coordinator is. I think Jimmy G would. My guess is that Garoppolo will probably go to, I think, either Miami, either the Dolphins or the Jets would be my guess, because I think Miami is a very distinct possibility because Mike McDaniel, the head coach and offensive play caller there, of course, Jimmy G is very familiar with the offense. You have Tua there. If anything were to happen to Tua, then you can just have Jimmy G go out there, but and you have Skylar Thompson as your 3rd QB, so that's a logical destination, but he'll definitely get signed. It's just a matter of where. Jacory says, let's go defense. So when we come back here, 39 seconds to go. Cincinnati will have the ball. 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 37. They have 1 timeout. They have to. I think they're definitely going to want to go and get 7, but we'll see. It's up to 2,319 subscribers. Thank you to the latest subscriber. Appreciate that. Man, John Cena's looking pretty. Well, he's still looking big, and I'm not, bigger than me, of course, but I don't know, looking older or something. Informed Justice. I was watching the Niners live in Portland, Oregon, and you were able to watch and describe plays about 8 seconds before I saw the play. How is that possible? I couldn't tell you. I feel like I'm usually behind. I was just watching on live TV. Normally there's a delay, so maybe, I don't know. Were you watching? Was it just on like TV, or I don't know. I'm not sure. Or were you watching at was it at a bar? Was it on like your computer? Was it like a stream somewhere? Not 100% sure. Here we go, Cincinnati, 1st and 10. Burrow got it back to his left. 3 receivers down low, 1 up top. Let's see what they want to do. Kansas City showing, possibly bringing pressure. They don't. Just rush 4. Quick pass over the middle. T. Higgins. 1st down, Cincinnati up to the Kansas City 26. Bye, guys. I don't know if I'm going to be back. Well, if you're not back, crazy guy, have a good rest of your evening. And there we go. Cincinnati uses their thank you for stopping by and thank you for chatting. We got come on Bengals. Nice route there by T. Higgins. Gets the 1st down. Cincinnati on the move. They called their final timeout, so they have 32 seconds. They're at the Kansas City, maybe the 26, I would say. We'll see how they want to play it. Do they want to take a couple of shots to the end zone? Do they want to maybe do another play, get about 10, 15 yards, spike it, take a couple of shots? We'll see how it goes. 1st and 10 for the Bengals. Burrow's in shotgun, got players either side of him. 3 receiver snap is away. Decent protection, throwing it downfield. Going to be caught by T. Higgins. And Higgins, I don't know, are they going to... Nope, the clock is going to keep moving. They're at the 5-yard line, but they need to spike the ball. Higgins tried to get out of bounds, but he was tackled in bounds. I live near the Twilight Zone. And snap. Oh, Burrow's going to go for it. And great play there by Watson, number 35. I thought he was going to spike the ball, but he actually throws up a bit of a fade pass there to T. Higgins. And so it's going to be 2nd and goal. There's 8 seconds left in the half. 2nd and goal from about the 4 or 5 yard line. You definitely have one, maybe 2 more shots to the end zone if you're Cincinnati. Second and goal here from the 5. Snap is away. Throws it for the end zone. Incomplete. Only 4 seconds to go. Burrow took a bit of a shot there, but now what do? They're going to bring out the field goal unit to try and make this a 1-possession game. Looked for T. Higgins a couple of times there, but just nothing doing. And they're going to bring out the field goal unit to try and make this a 13-6 game. This should be a relatively easy attempt here. It's a 23-yard attempt here for McPherson. Snap is away, hold is good, kick is up, and it's good. And that's going to be halftime, folks. 13-6, low-scoring affair here in Kansas City in the AFC Championship game. Both defenses have been playing really, really well. Of course, we talk about this matchup. You talk about Joe Burrow. You talk about Patrick Mahomes. You talk about all the weapons offensively that both teams have. But let's not forget that both of these teams have a ton of great players on defense. And they're really making some great plays. Chip shot, yeah. You are the man, Shifty. Thank you. COC? Come on, Bengals, says Daryl Doucette. Come on, Bengals. Let's go, Bengals. Let's go, Bengals. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Alrighty, folks, I'm going to take a quick trip to the restroom. I'll be right back, and we'll see. Come second half, Kansas City actually gets the ball to start the second half, but we'll see just what they can do. We'll be right back momentarily. Thank you very much. All right. I'm a full 8 seconds ahead of you on this game, too. Wow, that's crazy. I don't know why, man. I always enjoy your live commentary, says COC. Yeah. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. I mean, I love football, and it's this game being totally honest. It's pretty difficult to do considering just how badly the Niners got beat today. But hey, that's what I love doing this. So glad that you guys are hanging out here. Appreciate that, and let's make it happen. Let's keep it going. We're at halftime here in Kansas City. The Bengals offense just hasn't really been able to get anything consistently going by any stretch of the imagination. Their pass protection has been pretty iffy. Run game, not really much doing. It's all short, quick passes, Burrow. Whereas Kansas City, it felt like they were starting to get something going offensively, but then that last drive that they had before the half was just not good at all. So we'll have to see how these teams will eventually come out in the second half. But I think that, of course, Kansas City in the in the driver's seat. They're up by 7. They get the ball to start the second half. And Cincinnati's defense is going to have to play the game of their lives if they want to get the win in this one. Pitties asks, where do you think D'Amico will be head coach? Well, it definitely sounds like there's rumors about Houston. I think I would be a little bit wary about Houston simply because, they've fired so many coaches. Like they've gone through, what was it, David Culley and Lovie Smith, and they had Bill O'Brien. And then as a young first-time head coach, I'd be maybe a little bit iffy about going to Houston. I think the only way he would go there is kind of like somehow, and you can't really do this, but somehow a guarantee. It's like, yeah, if we absolutely stink the first year, like you can't fire me. But, when it comes down to it, I think I would say maybe Denver as well. Denver's a possibility because you'd like to think that if you're a Denver fan that there's no way that your offense can be any worse than last year. And if you can get that defense up and going, that you can maybe make something happen. But I don't know. I think there's a lot. Houston, I think, would be very tempting with regards to the one thing that would be tempting is like if you're thinking like, look, you can basically build this team from the ground up. And whatever you want to do from there, you can completely stamp your authority on the organization. They do have some okay players on their team, but of course they're a long way from seriously competing. It's basically similar to Robert Saleh going to the Jets. If you're Houston, I think a positive though is the fact that you have the number 2 overall pick. So depending on how you evaluate the quarterbacks, if you think that, hey, we like Bryce Young, we like CJ Stroud, Will Levis, and then you also have the number 12 pick that you can get 2 impact players. It's then you have pick 34, and I mean Houston does have a chance. Plus they should have a ton of cap space. So I think Houston has an ability to turn their season around. Plus, the division they play in is not great. I mean, Jacksonville definitely got some things going later in the year. Tennessee's been really up and down. The Colts look like they're probably on the verge of maybe a complete rebuild, which I guess you could argue that Houston are too. But I think it's a very manageable division right now. So I think it would be maybe pretty tempting if you were D'Amico Ryans to take that job where you could potentially entice a few of the 49er free agents to come over. Maybe you look at like Azeez Al-Shire, Emmanuel Mosley. They'll definitely be able to outbid the 49ers. Maybe Jimmy Ward as well. Beef up the defense. Draft, get your quarterback. Go from there. But I think it sounds like Houston, and plus D'Amico was drafted by the Houston Texans, so he's familiar with the organization. There you go. If you listen to the Philadelphia police scanner, you will see that there's a SWAT team and multiple units dispatched to the stadium. I mean, yeah, that doesn't totally surprise me. The Philly fans we'll say they're definitely passionate about their team, but yeah, they're very passionate about their team. But just looking back, it's clearly a very Look, the Eagles, I think that I wouldn't say necessarily lucky, but their road to the Super Bowl ended up not being that difficult. But hey, that's the beautiful thing when you are the number one seed, and that's why getting that is so important. And why the Niners, when they look back, I think when we look back on our season, whether it's the lost week 1 to Chicago, week 3 to Denver, Atlanta, or the Kansas City one's always a tough game, but that if you could have won those, maybe you'd be the home field team. Maybe you would have had the extra bye week. Maybe things are different. But that's all living in a whole other world, alternate universe. But so there you go. But the Eagles, police scanner sending out a SWAT team. That is what it is, It is what it is. Emotions are always going to be running high in a big game there. But I think I'm kind of curious to see what Cincinnati do. They haven't really been able to pressure Mahomes that much. And I think it's just they're so afraid of all the different weapons. And maybe that's the right call. Like if you're giving up only 13 points and a half against Kansas City, and some of that was kind of from self-inflicted wounds, then you're probably feeling pretty good about yourself. So, But I think Cincinnati has a lot of work to do. They have to make some big time things happen. If they because here's the thing, I just think that Kansas City, man, they're going to come out and they're going to throw everything at you in this first drive, and then all of a sudden it's 20-6. You're down 2 touchdowns. What Kansas City will absolutely want to do, and this is stating the obvious, but they're absolutely going to want to come out, have like a 7 or 8 minute drive. And just basically score the touchdown, 2 minutes or 2 touchdown lead. And it's like, oh crap, we're already halfway through the third quarter. That's, I think, what they're going to be looking to do. But Cincinnati, look, this is a chance for the Super Bowl, man. Most times the loser of the previous year's Super Bowl, usually they struggle. So, full credit to Cincinnati for getting back to the AFC Championship game. And this game ain't over by a long shot. All it takes is maybe one funky play, maybe a fumble here or fumble there, and all of a sudden game on. So, but yeah, I'm going to be very curious to see how the offseason goes basically for every team. But, it's one of those things that at the end of the day, it's just it's a bummer, of course. Niners next year, Daryl D said, I hope so, man. I hope so. God, what I'd give to see a Super Bowl win, But hey, at the end of the day, there's a ton of fan bases who've never even seen their team. There's like a ton of fans of teams who've never even seen their team in a championship game yet. At least, I guess the consolation is we got pretty far, 3 of the last 4 years. So, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm just kind of looking forward to this second half getting underway. I feel like it's been halftime for like an hour. Why does it keep doing that? Let's see. Yep. There we go. So, what are you guys' thoughts on the game so far? I thought we'd definitely see a lot more offensive, just like the juggernauts that are both of these teams. And, I think to me, Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. And Burrow, I think you'd absolutely say he's a top 5 guy for sure. Like, you'd maybe say that you'd expect a lot more fireworks offensively, and then maybe we'll get that in the second half. But the game maybe teams are a little bit tentative, a little bit slow to get going. With Mahomes, how's his ankle feeling after a full half of play? Luckily, he took one kind of shot, but beyond that, hasn't really been hit that much. So obviously that's really good, and you're glad if you're Kansas City that you don't want Mahomes to get touched at all. So that's why you're seeing a lot of, snap is away. He rolls out to his right. rolls out and just throws it before he even has a chance to get hit. So there we go. Niners next year, baby. All right. Almost ready for the second half in the AFC Championship Game. The Bengals got to figure out what to do with Travis Kelce as well, because Jesse Bates, he's a good safety, but he just isn't nearly big enough to try and take on a guy like Travis Kelce. I mean, there aren't many players out there who can do that. The God says, go Chiefs. Yeah, the Chiefs are looking really good. Defense has really stepped up. They've been really impressive because watching what the Bengals offense did to Buffalo, I was thinking that they'd have maybe a bit of a similar success against Kansas City. But so far, not the case. But there's a long way to go in this game, so we'll have to see how it all will work out eventually. We'll see how it goes. I love the yeah, Twitter's going to be a mess. Twitter's going to be an absolute mess for the next 7 months or so for the 49ers. Oh, God. All right. Cincinnati's going to be kicking it off to Kansas City. McPherson here. You got Burrow on the sideline ready to rock and roll. And what can the Bengal defense do? Can Kansas City's offense, can it keep rolling? The great thing for Kansas City is because they just have so many weapons, you can try and double team. You can like double cover Kelce, but they have so many other weapons, guys who are able to do things. And a decent return. It's actually an okay return for Pacheco. That camera angle is always a bit misleading, but Kansas City will start at about their own 22-yard line to start the second half. Let's see what adjustments have been made by both teams. A lot of things need to change if you're Cincinnati, especially on your offense, but we'll see how it goes. 1st and 10 here for Kansas City at their own 22-yard line. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his right, man in motion. No Travis Kelce on this play right now. They hand it to Pacheco up the middle, who's trying to run through and over guys, gets about 2 yards on the play. So 2nd and 8 coming up. We have 70 likes on the stream. Thank you so much, guys, for all the likes. I greatly appreciate that. Let's see if we can get to 75 likes. That would be awesome if we can get to 75 likes. Mahomes in the shotgun. Pacheco. They're going to do a quick pass here to Mecole Hardman. And that's a great play defensively. Eli Apple. And that's one way because I think the Bengals now, they might realize that the Chiefs want to get the ball out of Mahomes' hands as quick as possible because they don't want him taking any kind of shots because of that ankle. And so they do a lot of those quick passes just to the wide receiver, just snap, throw. So it's good to get those DBs right up against him, you know. And that's what they're doing right now. So good play there. It's going to be 3rd and long coming up. 3rd and 7, they're going to call it for the Chiefs. At their own 23-yard line. Snap is away. Mahomes looking, throwing it deep down the field. Way overshot MVS. Incomplete, no flags on the play. And that's a 3 and out there for Kansas City. You don't see that very often. Throwing it deep I think that was basically a glorified throwaway. But because he was double covered looking for MVS down the field and just nothing doing. 73 likes. Thank you guys for all the likes. Appreciate that. Big throw down the field and a big stop here to start the second half for Cincinnati. Here comes the punt. Pretty solid first punt of the game for, is it Townsend? And it's going to be taken at the 35. Gets up to about the 38-yard line. Does Trent Taylor, former 49er, drafted in the 5th round out of Louisiana Tech. Trent Taylor. That same Trent Taylor. All right. Here we go. Double team Kelsey. Well, man, the Bengals, I think they played that drive, really well. And I think they're going to keep doing that. Is they're going to dare. I think there might, and this is something that can be very dangerous, but I think they're going to dare the Chiefs to basically throw the ball deep. And it's like, see how comfortable you are with Mahomes just sitting, back there. And they'll try and get their guys like Trey Hendrickson and Reeder and Hill and Hubbard to really get after Mahomes. But, man, if there's one thing we've seen is that Andy Reid and Mahomes, they can come up with the most creative ways to move the ball. So way easier said than done to slow down this Kansas City offense. But Cincinnati's team, they'll be coming out. Good field position to start the second half for Cincinnati. And they're going to be 1st and 10 after the decent return there. 1st and 10 at their own 38. So not that far to go. The Tide Pods. Remember when people were eating those? What was that about? So after only a minute and a half taken off the clock, Niners. What am I talking about? Niners. The Bengals get the ball back. Wish the Niners were playing. God damn. All right. God, I'm going to miss doing 49er games. It's going to be, another 7 months until another Niner game. But a huge shout out to everyone who's here, who's been here through the season, or if you joined along the season, or even just if you're watching for the first time now. Appreciate all that. And appreciate all you guys for hanging out all season long. I will be doing the Super Bowl too, of course. But just for some of those who just want to give a little shout out to all you guys out there. We've had just really great growth in the channel this year, and just really appreciate all you guys being here. Normally for games, I think I'd be a lot more, much more of like a pep in my step. But of course, the game earlier has been a little bit of a downer. But we'll see if Cincinnati can start putting up. They're already putting up a decent fight, but let's see if they can really get things going here. 1st and 10, Joe Burrow in shotgun, Mixon to his right. 3 receivers down low, 1 up top. Boyd still not out there for Cincinnati. Burrow throwing it, caught. T. Higgins going to be close to a first down. We'll see where they mark it. And they're marking it maybe just shy of the first down, but that's going to be up near midfield. So some of the adjustments here that Cincinnati have made is just, having players either side of Burrow, a back and a tight end, and whichever they're seeing where the pressure's coming from, and wherever the pressure's not coming from, that player is going to basically just end up moving out wide and making himself available to Burrow. 2nd and 1 here for the Bengals. Burrow is going to hand it to Pirine, who gets the first down up to the Kansas City 46-yard line. You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome, Amir. All right. Man, it's pretty even here in first downs. 12:30 to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 46. Burrow shotgun back to his left. Hurst also, that's Wilcox in the backfield too. Snap is away. Fakes it. Burrow looking downfield, going to run for it himself, and picks up 2 yards and then basically slid. And a good discipline there by Kalen Saunders, who I think it's very tempting for defensive linemen, especially who want to when they have a chance to lay a bit of a hit on the quarterback, and very well disciplined by Saunders. So good job there from the Kansas City defensive linemen. Total yards in the first quarter, Cincinnati had 0 yards in the first quarter. 159 cents, so their offense getting it going a little bit. 2nd and 8 just inside the Kansas City 45. Burrow and shotgun back to his right. Snap is away. They are going to hand it off to Pirine. And picks up a couple yards there. Going to be met with a 3rd and 6 approximately. 101 people in here. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate y'all for being here. All right, we have 73 likes on the stream. Let's see if we can get to 80 likes. Let's try to hit that 80 likes. Let's go. 3rd and 6. Cincinnati. It might be a little bit early, but they could potentially be in 4-down territory considering where they're at in the field here. From the Kansas City 42, snap away. Burrow's going to run it himself. Great play call and slides down at the 30 and actually ends up sliding almost awkwardly into a Chiefs player who, Brian Cook, the rookie safety, who now looks a little banged up. But good play call because the middle of the field was completely open. Kansas City just no one even close to guarding that there, and we'll see if that's an interesting, and you don't expect the Bengals to use Burrow like that. So 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 31. Burrow's in shotgun, pitches it out left to Mixon, who's got some decent blocking, runs tough, gets about 4 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 6 coming up. There's 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Cincinnati on the move, and now we have a player down. Willie Gay is down now for the Kansas City Chiefs. Looks in pretty bad discomfort. Andy Reid going over there. You have multiple trainers looking at him. And, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully he'll be okay. Not really sure, though. I didn't see a replay. They didn't show a replay. So, yikes. Yikes. We'll see what the issue is here with Willie Gay, but yeah, definitely looked like he was in a lot of discomfort there. Took a bit of a shot there, I think, tackling Joe Mixon. So you never want to see anyone get hurt. Definitely never want to see anyone get hurt. And yeah. Yeah, teams are getting banged up at this point of the season. It's, we're in the cold weather, all those things hurt, but Kansas City, a little bit worse for wear, I would say, so far. But you never want to see that happen to any player, especially your damn quarterback, your 4th one of the year. Yeah, hopefully this guy is all right. Willie Gay, he's actually been really good. I've actually ended up watching and streamed a ton of Kansas City games this year. They do a lot of primetime games and whatnot, but man, he's a really good player. I've been really impressed with him all year long. Anytime I've seen him play, he's always around the football, making plays, disrupting plays, and that's what you want out of your linebacker. Big time right there. Big time. A lot of commercials and everything. Do. 112 people in here, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out on this AFC Championship game, on this Championship Sunday. Of course, the earlier game didn't go nearly as well as I was hoping for or expecting, but I think we could get a good game here in Kansas City. I think it's going to be pretty close. Cincinnati are on the move, looking to potentially tie this game up. We are still in the early stages here of the 3rd quarter. There's about 10 minutes or so to go in the 3rd quarter. Exactly, there's 10:24 to go. Hopefully, Willie Gay, the linebacker for the Chiefs, got hurt. He'll be out for at least this next play, and they'll check on him. Burrow in shotgun on 2nd and 6. Looking, throws it, looking for Wilcox, but he gets hit as he throws, and I just couldn't obviously get it on target with that. And so the ball came out a little bit wobbly, but 3rd and 6 coming up, big 3rd down here. That was Chris Jones, and man, this guy is just absolutely phenomenal. What he is doing to now it's number 67, but he's just given the Bengals offensive line fits. He is all over them. Man, what a player he is. If it wasn't, Bosa, Parsons, Chris Jones, they're all been fantastic defensive players all year long. 3rd and 6 here now for Cincinnati. Snap is away. Burrow's going to throw it deep for the end zone. Caught! T. Higgins touchdown! Cincinnati! What a big throw from Joe Burrow to T. Higgins. And T. Higgins uses his huge size. Touchdown, Cincinnati Bengals. Burrow gets a little bit of time in the pocket and slings it downfield, gets the ball to T. Higgins, and he just too big, too strong, plays it perfectly, times the jump perfectly. And now can Cincinnati tie the game up with the extra point? Huge response here from Cincinnati to start the second half. You force it 3 and out, you get a touchdown. Can't do much better than that. Snap is away, hold is not great, but the kick is good, and we're tied up here. 13-13. Bengals, Chiefs. Man, what a catch, what a play. Huge right there. Who they think they're gonna beat the Bengals? I don't know the cadence or whatnot of the, but who they, man, they're not going quietly into the night. That's for damn sure. Now Kansas City, they've just they had a obviously decent amount of confidence, of course, and then immediately 3 and out, and then you give up a pretty decent drive, relatively long drive for 7. So we got a game here, folks. We do have a game here in Kansas City. Go Bengals. Go Bengals. Who they? And then you have KC needs to get Kelsey in the mix. Yeah. And the funny thing is, well, not the funny, but the interesting thing was I don't remember seeing too much of, it was only 3 plays, of course, but I know at least a couple of the plays, I think Kelsey was out. So I wonder if his back, because I think he was having back issues earlier. And yeah, so, it's the Chiefs versus Eagles. There was no reason to, if it's the Chiefs versus the Eagles, there's no reason to watch the Super Bowl, says Mr. Rye Guy. And then John Reed, tough loss today, Shifty. Thanks for all the great streams this year. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Have a great night. Thank you very much, John. And thank you for being here, of course, through all the streams all year long. You know that we're going to be back doing it all again next year. But, just a tough game, obviously, just how everything went. And it's just, I think George Kittle summed it up pretty well. Look at his press conference, and yeah. Jones's sack attack was no self-inflicted wound. There we go. Chris Jones is unbelievable, though. I think he's one of the, probably one of my favorite non-49er players to watch, just because he's so good at what he does, man. I know Aaron Donald, and rightfully so, Aaron Donald gets so much credit, and Aaron Donald is fantastic, but holy moly, Chris Jones, he is so disruptive, and I think sometimes he gets a little bit overlooked. But not this year, because he is actually in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. Go Bengals, says Gina. Yeah, the Bengals getting themselves back in this one after a really nice, and the Bengals have responded really well. Since the 2 minutes left of the first half, the Bengals have put up 150 yards, 10 points, and Kansas City have done pretty much nothing. So game on here in Kansas City, folks. So the Bengals now going to kick it back to Kansas City, and all of a sudden, this is and maybe this Kansas City crowd's getting a little bit uneasy. The ball has now fallen off the little holder right there. So are they going to have to get someone to basically hold it? But this Chiefs crowd here is a little bit stunned right now. They're just like, Now, the returner back there for Kansas City is Sky Moore. Typically, it's Kadarius Toney, but he actually has Kadarius Toney actually has an ankle injury and doesn't look like he'll be back. Short kick here. Sky Moore takes it at the 5 and gets up to about the 23-yard line. And Cincinnati are fired up now. Bengals must prevail. Jacory says, I think it's going to stay a low-scoring game. I think it'll be relatively low-scoring, but I mean, I guess it depends on what you consider low-scoring. But I think it could end up being like 24-21 or, I don't know, something like that. Game on! Carr! Game on! All right, 1st and 10 here for the Chiefs at their own 23. Mahomes and shotgun. McKinnon to his right. Kelsey is on the field. moving somewhat gingerly. Mahomes throws it to Kelce. Kelce gets about 6 yards on first down, tackled by Wilson. And that's just Kelce's. He gets 5 yards. That's just Kelce's route, man. It's basically an automatic 5-yard gain. Mahomes on the day, 15 for 22, 169 yards, and a touchdown. 133 people in here. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. I do appreciate everyone being here. We're at 77 likes, looking to get to 80 likes. Let's go. Mahomes in shotgun, empty backfield. Snap is away. Quick throw here. Almost intercepted by Cameron Taylor-Britt. And, man, this guy's been impressive. Watching Cincinnati the last few weeks, he's been really good. I fell on my keys. Hi, Wayne. Who is going to replace who's going to replace D'Amico Ryans, man? I did actually a video on that a few days ago, so maybe check that out. But some of the guys I'm thinking are just I typically have a number of former defensive coordinators, and some of them who've already coached with the Niners in the past. So, but Fangio's been hired by Miami. 3rd and 5 right here in Kansas City. Mahomes in the pocket, throwing it. Caught! Wow, what a throw. What a catch. McCole Hardman. Are they saying incomplete? Mahomes is really struggling. Now that limp is definitely getting worse. They said 1st and 10. It looked like maybe the ball came out. But McCole Hardman taking a big shot. Mahomes had to roll to his left and kind of throw against his body. Oof. Yeah, and you can see he is now in pain. He is now in pain. Which I think Kansas City is definitely going to try and exploit that. But 8:58, and now it's McCole Hardman, the wide receiver for the Chiefs, who's down hurt. So players just getting hurt left, right, and center. It's crazy. Thank you to any of the new subscribers here. Greatly appreciate that, you guys. And we hit 80 likes. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, some of the coaches, G-Not, who I kind of had in mind, where there's, I think Joe Woods was a possibility, Chris Richard, Ejiro Evero from Denver. I don't know if he'll be back in Denver. Sean Desai is someone. Denard Wilson. Or maybe they try and go with do they try and coax like a guy like Mike Zimmer to come out of he's not retired officially, but that could be another possibility too, where you just try and get that veteran guy who's can basically just use the talent that's here and get things going, you know. Man, that yeah, they're saying that it was a catch, and it looked like the ball. I don't know if the ball came out towards the end of that, but that was a great throw against his body. But that really hurt Mahomes, because when you do that throw against it, basically he had to put all of his body weight on his right foot, and that's the one that has the bum ankle right now, and he did not look comfortable there. I'll tell you, he did not look comfortable at all. We shall see. Looks like the Niners believe, looking at the Brock Purdy injury, is that injury is something that would typically be approximately a 6-week recovery. I mean, not that it matters now because the season's over, but still, it's the injuries. It's a luck you get. Sometimes, if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. So McCole Hardman on the sideline, walking under his own power, but definitely with a bit of a limp. Not really sure what happened there to him, but hopefully he'll be okay. Mimi says Chiefs will prevail. Very well could. It is first down Chiefs, 1st and 10 at their own 40. Mahomes fakes the handoff here, gets it to Kelce, quickly gets about 5 yards on first down. And then you have Eli Apple, who's slow to get up. Christ almighty. So it's going to be 2nd and 5, Chiefs on their own 45-yard line, coming right up. And then McCole Hardman, yeah, it took a shot there from Wilson. So, yeah, that was probably a bit of a bummer. Man. That's a bummer, man. Chiefs are going to lose, says P. There we go. Get a little banter going in the chat. About 8 minutes to go in the quarter. 2nd and 5. Mahomes fakes the handoff to McKinnon. Looking for McKinnon over the middle. Now just dumps it off to MVS, who's got blockers in front of him. Got great speed. 2 down to the 35, down to the 30-yard line of Cincinnati. 1st and 10, Kansas City. And that's a big play right there. Picks up about 25 yards. And Cincinnati definitely playing off. They were playing back. MVS had a lot of room to work with. Too much room, you'd have to say. And they had blockers in front of him. Good play call there. Good blocking, too, and execution by the Chiefs offense. A lot of times that's where you sometimes see the ineligible man downfield or what have you. Thank you, Mimi and Georgiana, for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you. 1st and 10, and Jerick McKinnon gets tackled they started at the Cincinnati 29. They get up to the Cincinnati 28. So 2nd and 9 coming up here. We're at 23 subscribers. Thank you, guys. Appreciate all that support. Very awesome of all of you. Thank you. Mahomes in shotgun. Pacheco to his left. Kelsey in motion. Snap is away. He's got time. Time's now running out. Going to get hit and gets taken down for a pickup of maybe 1.5 yards. You're going to have 3rd and 7 coming up here. 3rd and 7 for Kansas City. They're in field goal range, so they can take the lead again. But Mahomes clearly not moving as well as he normally would. And, of course, on a, you have a high ankle sprain. That's going to be pretty gnarly to play on. But credit to Mahomes for toughing it out. But you don't want to take too many of those kind of hits if you are Mahomes. 3rd and 7 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. They're at the Cincinnati 26. Kelsey in the slot. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his left. Play clock winding down. Timeout. And Kansas City, could that come back to haunt them? Kansas City has to use their first timeout of the second half. Yikes. 80 likes. Can we get to 100 likes? We have 138 people in here. The Kansas City Chiefs offense already down Kadarius Toney. Looked like he probably sprained or twisted his ankle trying to make a move earlier on offense. McCole Hardman just took a shot after making a good catch to pick up a 1st down. So all those weapons that we talk about for Kansas City kind of dwindling a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. But hopefully those players will be all right. 3rd and 7. There's 6:07 left in the 3rd quarter. Mahomes is going to come out in his shotgun. McKinnon to his left. 2 receivers up top, 2 down low. Kelsey going to basically motion a little bit to try and expose the coverage here. Bengals showing blitz, and they are going to bring an all-out blitz, and they get the ball to MVS, and he reaches for the 1st down, but he is going to be marked shy, about a half a yard shy. So that's going to be 4th down, but we'll see. Do Kansas City want to go for it? I think that they are. This is Andy Reid. He is happy to be very aggressive. Now, MVS reached for it, and I think he maybe got it there. Pretty risky to do that. Now, if they wanted to, Kansas City could maybe challenge that, but considering that would be their last challenge of the game then, so I don't know if they want to do that. But play clock winding down again. And that's going to be another timeout that Kansas City has to burn. They're going to challenge it. Okay. They're going to challenge it. I mean, from this angle, it's hard to see. I think that might get overturned. That might get overturned, I would say. So that might be a good challenge, but that's... I think that could be first down. Yeah, that looks like a first down. Assuming that you give them the forward progress, that looks like a good first down to me. May have underestimated the Bengals, says me. Oh, I mean, the Bengals are a good team, especially I think their defense is underrated. Amir says go for it, and then this is a good game. But I think that's actually a first down. I think that should be first down Kansas City. So instead of 4th and 1, it should be 1st and 10. And but right for the next, because there's how much time left in the third quarter? There's 6:07 left in the third quarter. So for the next 19 minutes now, because the officials can do whatever challenges in the last 2 minutes of the game, but the next 19 minutes, Kansas City will not be able to challenge any more plays, regardless of whether they win this challenge or not, because they lost a challenge earlier. But I do think this one will go in favor of the Kansas City Chiefs. I do think that they should be given the first down here. When you look at how MVS he stretched out for it, went for it, and I think that was a good call. It should be overturned, but of course, tough in the moment for the officials to see that always. 150 people in here, guys. Appreciate you all for hanging out, for being here, and thank you so much for hanging out. And yeah, I think we could be in for a really good final 21 minutes of the game. We're all tied up 13 apiece here in Kansas City. Assuming they do overturn this, it would be 1st and 10 Kansas City in the red zone at the Cincinnati 19-yard line. The question is, will they overturn it? I'm kind of leaning towards I think that they should, but these can always be tricky because you can't always see maybe on the replay. I didn't look closely enough to see if potentially his knee was down before he reached for it. So, and it is notoriously difficult to overturn spot challenges. So, these commercials are what in the hell's going on here, man. But Cincinnati have responded really well so far in the second half. They forced a 3-and-out from Kansas City. They go down and score a touchdown. It was 13-6 at halftime, 13 apiece now. Kansas City driving. They have a good drive going here. So we'll see what the call is now. And, Zach Taylor does not look happy, so it is overturned. So, yes, Kansas City does get the first down, and it'll be at the Cincinnati 19-yard line. No more challenges allowed for Kansas City, though. I mean, to me, that's pretty evident that he got the first down. Ooh, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's because I think that that orange line that they had on the screen, that looked, I don't know. Rodney Brown thinks that the Bengals will win. We'll see. I think what Zach Taylor might be arguing is that maybe the ball should be moved up a little bit, but was it actually a first down? I don't know. But Zach Taylor not super happy with that. But hey, here we go. 1st and 10. Kansas City. Game goes on. From the Cincinnati 19-yard line, Mahomes behind center, Pacheco in the backfield, Sky Moore in motion. Mahomes does hand it to Pacheco off to the left side. Got that great speed. Gets only about 1.5 yards or so on the play. Good defense there by the Bengals. Good pursuit. Jesse Bates coming in and making a really nice tackle. Solid player. 2nd and 8 coming up here. I think that was a pickup of about, 1.5 yards or so. Pacheco, 5 rushes for 14 yards. And then Amir predicting a touchdown here. Mahomes in the shotgun. Pacheco to his right. 4 receivers on the field, 2 up top, 2 down low. Creed Humphrey snaps the ball. Mahomes looking. Under pressure, steps up into the pocket, flips it out here to Pacheco and ends up picking up about maybe 5 yards. What a heads-up play there by Mahomes. Was he beyond the line of scrimmage, though? We'll have to see about that. Sam Hubbard trying to... Oh, maybe he was down, actually. I think that he was down. And if Cincinnati wants, they could challenge this because he might have been down before he got rid of the ball. Yep, he was down. That's definitely down. So I think Cincinnati should challenge this one, and they are going to do that. Not only that, but Mahomes takes another shot on that play. So not the best possession or play right there for the Chiefs. But Cincinnati's going to challenge this, and Cincinnati will win this challenge. So we don't really, I think the NFL, because a lot of, turnovers and touchdowns, because those automatically get reviewed, we don't see in the NFL as nearly as many challenges as you would have seen back in the day. But clearly the knee was down and the ball's still in his hand. So that is going to be coming back here. And that's going to be, it looks like it's going to be third and, looks like it's going to be third and about 11 for Kansas City. Instead of 3rd and 4, it should be, they've already changed it. 3rd and 10, they're calling it for the Chiefs. Mahomes in shotgun, Pacheco to his right. Snap is away. Cincinnati just rushing for Mahomes in shotgun, throwing it down. Touchdown, Kansas City. And that's MVP. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Mahomes moving around the pocket incredibly well despite the ankle injury, and is able to get the ball to MVS. Touchdown Kansas City, and that's going to make it 19-13. Kansas City looking to go up by 7 with the point after attempt. What a throw. Holy moly. Jeepers, that's a great throw right there. Not terrible coverage either, but what a throw from Mahomes. And it's not the first and not the last time we'll hear anyone will say those words. Kick is up and it's good, so it's 20-13. MVS gets the touchdown. And now Kansas City regains the lead there. The Cincinnati defense just couldn't do enough on that drive, and looks like a little bit of frustration there on the Cincinnati sideline. But Kansas City back with the lead. Yeah, it's just a tough call, and Hilton with decent coverage on it. But Mimi says unable to watch. Thanks for your commentary of this game. Oh, my pleasure. Glad to be here. Mahomes taking another a shot there from a couple of guys. Nothing dirty or anything like that, but what a throw. Mahomes hobbling on that ankle for sure. And then Amir now says this game is going to be a shootout going down to the last second. So, it's taken a little bit of time, but we're finally getting some points on the board here in this game. So now Kansas City's about to kick the ball back to Cincinnati. We're at 88 likes, so thank you very much for all the support there, you guys. And I think you could be right. There's 4:15 left in the third quarter, and I think there's could be a lot of scoring ahead of us. The offenses seem to be figuring out exactly what they want to do, and they're getting into rhythms now. Whew. Most passing touchdowns in conference championship games all time. Patrick Mahomes has 14 touchdown passes in championship games. Brady has 21, but he did that in a lot more games. But yeah, wild stuff right there, folks. So it was a touchback on the kickoff. So Cincinnati, they're kind of getting this going a little bit. So 1st and 10 here for the Bengals at their own 25. Hello, Julie Pope. Snap is away. Burrow, quick pass here to Jamar Chase. And Jamar Chase will get about 3-ish yards on first down, 2nd and 7 coming up here for the Bengals. 158 people in here, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out here on this championship Sunday. Definitely not the day that I was hoping for as a 49er fan, but ultimately proud of how the team did all season long, and we are getting ourselves a good AFC Championship game here. Also, congrats to the Eagles for making the Super Bowl. 2nd and 7, Burrow in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers down low. Hurst up top. Snap is away, looking to throw. Burrow losing time in the pocket here. That might be. Did he get out of the pocket? because that was just a throwaway. Time was running out pretty quickly, and he did get the ball beyond the line of scrimmage, but man, that was close to being still within the pocket. So. Third and 7. This is a big play here for Cincinnati. Burrow in shotgun. Pressure. Throws it. Wide open. Jamar Chase. First down Cincinnati up to their own 48-yard line. I don't see any flag. Now there's a flag on the play, a late flag, and all the Cincinnati offensive linemen are heading on back. Holding on the offense. So that's coming back. Yeah, it looked like there was some holding. Cincinnati needs to win. Joe Burrow time. It's time for Joe Burrow. Yeah, that was for sure holding. You could see the chokehold. I mean, that was right in front of the official, too. So, no first down. So, that's going to be 3rd and 17 now for the Bengals. And terrible mistake. Now this is a game, says Rich Ideas. Let's go. There's 3:27 left in the third quarter. Cincinnati faced with a 3rd and very, very long. Burrow's in shotgun, empty backfield. Kansas City might be bringing pressure. Just rushing 4. Burrow's time is running out. Throwing it down the field. Tipped and it was incomplete. T. Higgins almost made a fantastic catch. The ball was tipped as it was thrown and almost made a fantastic play. Terrible mistake. Good vibes, San Francisco. I concur with you, SFT. Great team in the NFL season. I hate Mahomes in Kansas City. Man, Higgins almost made a great play and actually had both feet in bounds too. Ball got tipped by Trent McDuffie, the rookie cornerback. But now Cincinnati's going to be punting it back to Kansas City. The punter did like a weird motion. Ball taken at the 43, up to midfield. Good return here from Sky Moore. Gets to the Cincinnati 35, but there is a flag on the play, and there's a couple of players going at each other out of bounds, but there's a flag on the play. This is typically in the area of holding against the returning team, but we'll have to check the flag. This is a big flag here. It is holding against Kansas City, so they're not going to be starting from the Cincinnati 35-yard line. They're going to be going way back on their own side of the field. Holding, against Kansas City, and that's a big penalty. And that's against Brian Cook. That's the second penalty of the game called on him. He's had a couple of bad penalties. Should have sent for it on 4th down. 4th and 17, screw it. Throw it deep, right? Wow, that's a bit of a tough call, but although it's gonna show as a 10-yard penalty, that actually cost him about 30-ish yards. 1st and 10 here for Kansas City, now at their own 31. Mahomes looking, throwing, incomplete. Looking for Sky Moore. Eli Apple on the coverage, incomplete. Chiefs are chumps. Yeah, Chiefs trying the oldest trick in the book, huh? Holding, trying the oldest trick in the book. Well, we've seen that. Bengals on their way back to Cincinnati, says MT. I think the Chiefs are in a good position here, and they can really try and separate themselves now with, if they can put up some points on this, they're not Chiefs of anything. Yeah, right? 2nd and 10 here, 2:49 left in the third quarter. No Kadarius Toney, no Mecole Hardman out there. Mahomes going to dump it off here to Pacheco, who's going to get about 2-3 yards on the play. Good tackle there by the linebacker. I think that was Pratt. Really nice play right there. Pacheco he's got some speed, so good job by him to chase him down and tackle. Sky Moore. Joe Burrow is better. I don't know about that, but Joe Burrow is a good quarterback. Big third down here for Cincinnati. For the defense. What can Mahomes and Andy Reid dial up here? 3rd and 8, man in motion. Snap is away. They actually have Kelsey into block on this one. Mahomes throws it downfield. Caught MVS. Big time play. Marquez Valdez-Scantling to the Cincinnati 42-yard line. First down, Kansas City. Burrow going to deliver the merchandise. And looks like Mike Hilton a little bit shaken up there for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it looks like there's also a stoppage on the field. What's the call here? There's a flag on the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Kansas City, taunting by number 77. So after a 25-yard pickup. Oh, I'm good, John. How about you, bud? They do still get the first down, but number 77 doing a little dance here in front of 94, and that's going to be called for unsportsmanlike conduct. And Andy Reid is like, gotta play smart. The private eyes are watching you. I always liked that song from Alkaline Trio. Private Eye. So it's after all that, 1st and 10 Kansas City at their 43. Snap is away. Mahomes looking to throw. Throws it over the middle. Incomplete. Looking for Sky Moore. 2nd and 10 coming up here. Minute 39 to go in the third quarter. At the right place at the right time. Hall and Oates. Now that's another good one. Love me some Hall & Oates. You making my dreams come true. Ooh, ooh. That's a bit of a weak call. I would agree with that. But maybe the flag should just be on just that freaking dance. I don't know what the hell that was. 2nd and 10 here for KC. Mahomes looking to throw. Throws it over the middle. Going to be caught by Kelsey. Kelsey, first down, Kansas City. To the Cincinnati 46-yard line. And this is what the Chiefs do to you. They just basically death by 1,000 cuts. Yeah, and you're right, Amir. They just got him involved. What they want to do is grind this down. 2-possession game. Take a whole bunch of time off the clock. And just make things really difficult for Cincinnati. Mahomes going to be in shotgun now. About a minute left in the third quarter. Pacheco to his left at the Cincinnati 46. Mahomes, quick pass. Ball fumbles, and Cincinnati gets it. What happened? Ball fumbles. Cincinnati gets it. Mahomes fumbles it on his own accord, and it looks like Cincinnati came up with it. Kelsey always moves the chains, and I think it's Cincinnati ball. What's the call here, though? Because this looks like it could go either way. It's Cincinnati football, folks. And Mahomes, it just slips out of his hands. Hall & Oates, private eyes, watching you. Yeah. The ball just slips out. And it's Hubbard who comes down with it. And Mahomes sticking his hand in there like that. That could have been really bad. He was looking to do a quick pass out to the right, but the ball just slipped out of his hand. And then it took a funky bounce, and it just bounced right into the hand. Well, it bounced right there for Hubbard. Mahomes tries to get his hand in there to get it, but, that's dangerous, too, because you could really hurt yourself. So huge turnover for Cincinnati. At the Kansas City 45-yard line, 1st and 10. Burrow in shotgun. Mixon to his left. Snap is away. Kansas City just rushing forward. They dump it off here to Mixon. Mixon's got to make a man miss, and he does. Ends up getting about 4 yards on the play. So 2nd and 6 coming up. There'll be about one more play left in the third quarter. Incomplete, but no, the ball the ball just slipped out of his hands. Fumble. I'm questioning that play. I mean, it was definitely a fumble, but it was just a snap meant to be a quick pass. You see Mahomes make those about at least probably like 5-10 of those every single game. So 2nd and 5 here for, it's really 2nd and 6 here for Cincinnati. Burrow behind center. Snap is away. They fake the handoff under pressure, just throws the ball into the ground. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 coming up here. And that's going to be 7 seconds left, and that play was just dead to rights. Milli Vanilli, blame it on the rain. What about don't blame it on the sunshine? Blame it on the boogie. Cincy going to open a can of whoop. Well, 3rd and 5 here. There's 7 seconds to go in the third quarter. Incomplete pass. That second down play just got completely blown up. And we'll see... We'll see now, can the Bengals, are they in 4-down territory in this part of the field? Play clock winding down. Snap is away in time. Burrow dumps it off here to Pirine. Pirine definitely not going to make it. Doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage and ends up getting tackled in pretty rough way. End of the third quarter, so it's going to be fourth. It's going to be 4th down, and also it's going to be the 4th quarter when we come back to action here in Kansas City, Missouri. We have 200 people in here. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out and being here. And do you know the way to San Jose? Ba, ba, da, ba, ba, ba. Joe Burrow needs to come through here. Mr. Reginald, San Francisco, smile. Won't you smile for San Jose? KC got this. Julie Pope believing in the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, could definitely be the way. Could be the way. Coming back, it'll be 4th and 6 for the Bengals at the Kansas City 41, I would say. Yeah, 4th and 6 at the Kansas City 41. We're also up to 25 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. Do consider hitting a like on the stream. It really helps out. We're at 94 likes. And if you're new to the channel, do consider subscribing, of course. I could use the support after my Niners looked awful, but but I appreciate any and all support, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out and for being here. Hello from Oklahoma, Charles Ballard. How you doing? Shout out Oklahoma. San Francisco messed up and the referees rigged it. I don't know about that. Just the injury and yeah. Charles, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. Kansas City Chiefs fan. There you go. Got a Kansas City Chiefs fan in the house. Doing a great job covering the game. Thank you, says Terry Torres. No, thank you for hanging out and for being here. Trying to bring the best energy that I can, despite being, of course, pretty devastated about how the Niner game went. So, doing my best. San Francisco and the referees cost me $282. Jeepers Christ. Rihanna doing the halftime show. Man, so when we come back here, 4th and 6. Now, if you're Cincinnati, of course, you have a big decision to make here. Because you're at the Kansas City 41. The offensive line has kind of started going back to struggling a little bit against this Kansas City pass rush. Do you go for the 4th down here? Or do you punt the ball, try and pin them way back? The Bengals defense has looked pretty good, but man, to just to put the ball back in the hands of Mahomes, I don't know about that. Rich ideas. We played terrible, just could never get anything positive going. Yeah. Just a tough old game. So Cincinnati is going to go for it here on 4th and 6 from the Kansas City 41. Burrow and shotgun players either side of him. 3 receiver snap is away. Throwing it down the field. Jamar Chase with a huge catch. Unbelievable. First down. Cincinnati down to the 5-yard line. He had 2 Chief defenders all over him. And Jamar Chase with a huge play gets down to about maybe the Chiefs' 6-yard line. Wow. You're doing good. Keep it going. Go for it. The loss of Brock sealed the deal. Yeah, the 4th-string guy. And then when Brock Purdy came back, he couldn't even throw the football. And the 4th-string guy also got hurt. First and goal here for Cincinnati after that crazy play on fourth down. Burrow and shotgun back to his left, looking to throw. Throws it to Mixon. Mixon going to get to about the 2-yard line. Pretty tough hit out of bounds, but second and goal from the 2-yard line coming up. You're doing great considering. Shifty, shout out to you. Let's go Niners. Well, I appreciate that. You guys appreciate that. San Francisco, Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood, 1970s. Give me back my son. Need a tie score. Joey to Chase. Nope, they would not. Thank you very much, guys. Even if Bengals win, I don't think they can handle 49ers. Well, they don't have to worry about the 49ers. Not for another couple of years, probably. Second and goal here for the Bengals. Burrow hands it off to Pirine. They're pushing forward. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And that's going to be touchdown, Bengals. And, wow, that huge 4th and 6 play. And the Bengals get on the board. Joey to Chase, need a tie score. Kansas City fan from Springfield, Missouri, but now living in Ohio, says Rob. John says, if I was a millionaire, I'd give you $100,000 donation. That would be $1 million donation, wouldn't it? Or $100,000 donation, sorry. That'd be pretty cool. I wouldn't say no to that. And to go from 4th and 6, questioning whether you want to go for it or punt it, Cincinnati made the right call. They went to their number 1 receiver, Jamar Chase. McPherson does tie the game up. The ball was kind of going left for a second. But Joe Burrows with the touchdown. And wow, that huge fumble from Mahomes and unforced. The ball slipped out of his hands when he went to go throw it, and that's cost Kansas City big time because they were driving effectively. And now game on. What a game. Go Bengals, says Rich Idea. Lee Hall says, who dey beat them Bengals? Yeah, I'm kind of rooting for just like a really good game here. And we're definitely getting a much better game here than we were in the earlier games. So I'm always okay with that. We're up to 100 likes. We hit 100 likes. Thank you, everyone, for all the support there. Appreciate that. Awesome. Let's go. 100,000 donors in the outer Richmond district. Let's go. So, Shifty, you think Purdy is the starter next year? I don't know. To me, I still think that the Niners are going to be betting on the upside of Trey Lance. And I think that you have Purdy for a couple years on a very decent contract. But I think I would bet, if I had to say right now, and it's of course very, I would say Trey Lance. Do you have to pay taxes on a $100,000 donation? Yeah. Oh, yeah. The IRS will be coming for you. Sup, Shifty says, CarCast. Shifty, would you trade Kittle? JW, and a few thirds for Joey Burrow? Who's JW? I'm trying to think. Jawan, is it? I mean, I love. I'd give it to him in cash, says John. I mean, that's a trade that you'd probably have to do. So, even I love Kittle, but I mean, if you can get Burrow for a few third-round picks and a tight end and a number 3 receiver, then yeah, I think you'd have to do it. Yeah, I think it is going to be Trey Lance next year. Love me some Brock Purdy and what he's done, and I don't think the NFC Championship, whatever happened, but I just think they're going to bet on the upside of Trey Lance. They can't handle Philly. Yeah, I mean, it was a tough game, but I mean, I would challenge Philly on their 3rd or 4th quarterback of the year to beat the 49ers with our starting quarterback. I mean, Philly lost their both games with Gardner Minshew, who's a decent player. Jimmy Ward, yeah, he'll be gone. Oh, Jimmy Ward, I think, I don't know if he's going to be back with San Francisco. So the kick is away from Cincinnati, and it's going to be fielded right around the goal line. It's Pacheco back there to take it. Going up the middle here up to the 22 yard line. Cincinnati with some really solid kick return coverage here. Shifty could live up the highlight for a while. Oh, yeah. You know it. You know it. Going a little cray-cray. Living up the high life. You know how we do. 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs at the 21-yard line. Nah, they should sign Baker Mayfield. I don't know about that. I mean, we'll see. We shall see. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. Mahomes looking to throw. Cincinnati bringing pressure. They get the ball to Sky Moore. Gets tackled. Brought down. 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up. Pretty physical, aggressive tackle there from Eli Apple, and he is chirping to the sidelines. It's going to be 2nd and 8, Kansas City. Why Kansas City just won't forfeit instead of getting embarrassed, yeah? 205 people in here. Thank you so much, guys. Artbin8 says Bengals refuse to kick and go for a 4th down and get it. Yeah, huge. Davis, a.k.a. Dex. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you. 2nd and 8 here for the Chiefs. Mahomes and shotgun. Back to his right is Pacheco. 3 receivers up top. Noah Gray blocking now goes out. And now Pacheco in space. Fights forward. Going to be just shy of the 1st down. Going to be about a yard shy of the 1st down at their own 31-yard line. Can the Cincinnati defense get a big stop? Kansas City's offense, they were in a really nice rhythm, and now Pacheco looks a little bit banged up, so we'll see how he's feeling. But the Kansas City offense was in a rhythm, but after that crazy just fumble, need to sign Bobby Boucher. Go Bengals from the Bills Mafia, says Thomas. 3rd and 1, Kansas City. Mahomes hands it off to Pacheco. I think he got the 1st down. Just enough. That was close. But just enough. There's less than 12 minutes to go in this game. This game is staged, says Anthony Rousseau. They should have called that last play. It's now 3 degrees in my house in Oregon. Yikes, that's cold. Can the Chiefs or Bengals take down the Eagles? I think either team could. I think either team has the offensive firepower, and both teams' defenses are pretty darn good too. So I think they definitely could take them down. 20-20. 11 and a half minutes to go. 1st and 10, Kansas City at their own 32. Mahomes snaps the ball, hands it to Pacheco up the middle. He's got a little bit of a lane, but it closes quickly. Maybe gets about a yard on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and 9 coming up here for the Chiefs. Pacheco clapping Pacheeks. Yikes. 1st down, Kelsey. Not quite yet, but maybe on this next play. We're at 28 subscribers. Thank you so much, you guys. Appreciate that support. We have over 200 people in here. -3 in Colorado. Hoo-wee. Yikes. 2nd and 9. Mahomes and shotgun. McKinnon to his right. 4 receivers. McKinnon now motions out to the left. Only a 3-man rush here for Cincinnati. Mahomes gets sacked, throws out of it. McKinnon catches it, but they're going to say incomplete. And on the 3-man rush, they actually get some pressure there. 3rd and 9 coming up for the Chiefs now. Better not be rigged like the San Francisco. Yeah. Don't know about that. Incomplete. Yeah, looking for McKinnon. It's actually probably better that it was incomplete because otherwise probably would have lost a yard or two. These referees, I tell you. Minnesota, holy moly. So there's going to be a timeout on the field. What's the... I don't know what the timeout is here. Is it that the clock kept moving or they need to reset the clock or something? Adjusting the football by a half a yard. I mean, then again, you just never know. Aired it out for 1 yard. San Francisco, yeah, I mean, a heartbreaker is a close game. It was frustrating to watch. 3rd and 9 for Kansas City. Mahomes looking, throws it. Going to be caught by Kelsey, but he's going to be about 3 yards shy of the 1st down at their own 39-yard line. And Mahomes kind of walking off gingerly. Actually, they're saying 4th and 4. Now, we know that the Chiefs are not afraid to go for it or to mix up and go crazy plays here, but looks like they are going to punt the ball away. This would be incredibly risky to go for. I think they're going to punt it away. We have Colton Gilmore saying, good game, boo Chiefs. IKOE says, let's go Chiefs. So back and forth. John Lewis says, I still feel sour. 49ers lost what hurt most. Our rising quarterback got hurt at the wrong time. Yeah, just completely unfortunate, you know. Completely unfortunate, and it's a bummer that it happened, you know. So it looks like the play clock was so the the game clock. Yeah, they're having issues with the clock now. Cincinnati. They're having issues with the clock. Figure it out. Figure it out. 4th and 4. 10:29 left in the game. Kansas City about to punt the ball. Or the offense is coming back on the field, maybe. Or maybe do they try and draw them? Wait, it's 3rd and 9? No, it's 4th and 4. Oh, they didn't even. That wasn't even a play. And Zach Taylor is livid. That should have been a stop on 4th down. Well, it should have been a stop, on 3rd down. It would have been 4th and 4, but they're replaying the 3rd and 9, and the officials finding some ways to I mean, how did the officials, if they wanted to stop the play, how did they not come running in and just... Yikes. Zach Taylor is not a happy man right now because they're replaying 3rd down and 9. Snap is away for Mahomes. Mahomes going to get sacked and taken down. So at the end of the day, it actually works out maybe a little bit better, but there's a flag on the play now. B.J. Hill sacked him, and it's in the secondary. Oh, my God. And it's going to be against Eli Apple. It's holding against the defense. And so it's going to be 1st down Kansas City. And, wow. This is just bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. I mean, it's definitely some holding there. And Zach Taylor's emotions are just all over the place, and I don't blame him for being mad. Yikes. Yeah, that's... Oof. 1st down, Kansas City. And Pacheco gets nothing on 1st down. So somehow, after all of this... What should have been 4th and 4, but I guess the play was supposed to have been called dead, but it wasn't. And then, I don't know. NFL is so rigged. Says, yeah, it's telling you, it's rigged. Just the official coming in, but doesn't even, like that wasn't even the head official. This is wild. This is not a great look for the NFL right now. 9.5 minutes to go in the game. 2nd and 9 for Kansas City. And it's going to be dropped by Travis Kelce. And 3rd and 9 coming up for Kansas City. This game is off. So was the last game. Yeah, there's something a little fishy going on here. We have 220 people in here. Exactly 9.5 minutes to go. It's going to be 3rd and 9 for Kansas City. This shit is bananas. Bananas. Mahomes going to be in shotgun. McKinnon to his left. 3 receivers up top. 1 receiver down low. It's going to be a timeout. I think Cincinnati. I think that they maybe weren't ready defensively for that play. No hiding rigor mortis now. It should be Cincinnati ball. Says John. I don't know, man. I don't know. We have a new subscriber. Thank you so much for the latest subscriber. Appreciate that support on the channel. Yeah, we have 110 likes, so thank you guys for all the likes too. LOL, once again, put the play in slow motion and every play in whiteouts would be called a flag. Watch it at full speed, wouldn't even notice, says Brandon R. Don't totally disagree with you, man. But yeah, it's a bit iffy. It's a bit iffy, I'll say that. It's iffy, folks. It's official. It's iffy. Sam Hubbard's gonna be in coverage. Cripes. Kitty goes meow. 3rd and 9. Mahomes throwing it incomplete. No flags. Was that actually a play, or does Kansas City get another shot at it? It is actually 4th down. Okay. It is actually 4th down. Yeah, Mahomes threw it pretty far behind MVS. So I think that it is. Oh, it is 4th and 9. Okay. So they're going to be punting the ball back to Cincinnati. 9.5 minutes to go. Punt is away. It's a high punt. Fair catch called for at the 18-yard line. Trent Taylor. That's where Cincinnati will take over the ball. Refs, point shave much. Tom, yeah. Kitty goes meow. I mean, I say a lot of that stuff in jest, but it's just a little bit awkward when some of the calls just keep going a little bit one way, but we'll see. I mean, Kansas City have been called for flags too this game, so let's not discount that. They actually had a touchdown called back, so something to keep in mind. Yeah, it's really ultimately been Kansas City has more penalty yards, so definitely easy to get caught up, but those are some big plays. But do we have a big time finish here coming up for you folks in the AFC Championship game? All tied up 20 apiece. Cincinnati has the ball at their own 18-yard line. The offense for Cincinnati has been very touch and go, very inconsistent. The Chiefs defense, they were getting pressure, all kinds of pressure. They have been sporadically, but you think that Cincinnati now, they've gotten into a little bit of a rhythm, and they had that big pass from Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase. So, but some people feel like it's getting a little bit iffy. We're at 2330 subscribers. Thank you so much to the latest subscribers. Appreciate you guys. We are, of course, in 2 weeks' time, we're going to be doing the Super Bowl, which will be Philadelphia, and then, of course, the winner of this game. And so that should be a whole lot of fun there. And we'll see. We'll see how the rest of it's going to go, and then we'll be doing a whole bunch of content in the off season, free agency stuff, draft stuff as well. Refs point. Let's go. Kitty Cat says Kenny M. Man, it took a while for this game to get going, but finally we're getting some points going here. Diane Martin says, "Go Bengals, go Bengals." Woohoo! Okay. The beautiful city of Kansas City, Missouri. The capital, I believe, is Jefferson City, isn't it? The capital city of Missouri. So, Bengals, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Joe Burrow mixes into his right. Snap is away. Fakes the handoff. Under pressure immediately. Could be holding. Not calling it. Dumps it off here to Wilcox and takes a huge shot. Hoo-wee. There is now a flag, and I think this could be holding against the offense. We'll have to see what the call is, though. The game only got going because the Chiefs' offense petered out. Says that's true as well. That's a good, and it looks like it's going to be against Cincinnati. All the Cincinnati players are backing up. We got Bryce Painter subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much. It's going to be on Ted Karras, the center, and that did look like holding. That did look like holding there on, I think it was Chris Jones. Yeah, I mean, I kind of saw that, and I was like, oh, watch the game where Bowman gets a knee blown against the... You'll never question. I mean, yeah. 1st and 19 now for the Bengals at their own 9. So it was a half the distance to the goal penalty. Burrow in shotgun. Snap is away. Looking, throws it quick. Going to be caught. Gets about 6 yards on the play coming in. Wow, that was a crazy play. Nadee coming in, like just jumping in over the top. G-Not, I actually have seen that video before, and yeah, it did seem a little bit iffy at times, some of the calls, but 2332 subscribers. Our subscriber count is a palindrome. Let's go. Do you think it's going to be overtime, says Julie. Very well could be. There's 8.5 minutes to go. 2nd and 13 now for Cincinnati after the 6-yard pickup on 1st and 19. Snap is away. Burrow's looking to throw under pressure. Steps up, is going to run it himself. Running it! And Burrow gets a first down, I think. Wow, Burrow putting the ball in his hands. And is there a flag? There's no flag on the play. And great heads-up play by Burrow. And this is where it gets really tricky when you're a defender, because you kind of think and almost assume that the quarterback will just slide, but you can't always assume that. Jefferson City is the capital of Missouri. There you go, Robert. Shifty, I had to subscribe to you and sent you a $10,000 donation. Let's go. 1st and 10 for Cincinnati. Hand off to Joe Mixon, gets good yards. They were at their own 30 up to about their 36, 37-yard line. 2nd down coming up for the Bengals. 2nd and 3. Could very well be overtime, but we'll see. A lot of different things to go. We have less than 7.5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Man, what a crazy game. They're at their own 36. Burrow in shotgun. 2 guys really in the backfield. Snap is away, looking to throw. Good pickup there by Mixon. Throwing it deep. Looking for Jamar Chase. And that's going to be solid coverage there by number 23, Williams, of the Kansas City Chiefs. It just hit the ball maybe on the back of his head, or you can't. Oh, no. It hit off the helmet of Jamar Chase. I mean, that would have been so difficult to have brought it in. You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, get what you need. 3rd and 3 now for Cincinnati. At their own 36, Burrow in shotgun. 7:02 left in the game. Back to his right is P. Ryan. Snap is away. Only a 3-man rush. Under pressure. Burrow going deep for Higgins. Intercepted by the Chiefs. And he's going to be taken down at the 14-yard line. But intercepted Kansas City. Looking for T. Higgins down the field. And that's a huge play by the defense. I mean, you could almost think of it as if you didn't pick up the 3rd down, that's kind of like a punt. But great play there by the rookie Brian Cook, the safety. Just get his hands on the ball flips up, and then intercepted by Williams. So Kansas City gets the ball back. But if you try sometimes, you get what you need. Huge plays right there for the defense. And Williams gets tackled and goes down at the 14-yard line. Wow. And after the Bengals getting some... Now this is back and forth, folks. Less than 7 minutes to go. Mahomes hands it off to Pacheco. Gets about maybe 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 8 coming up from the 16. Got my Chiefs turnover chain on. Let's go. The Chiefs turnover chain. Get it rocking and rolling, man. Get it rocking and rolling. Big play. I'm going to give him a pickup of about 3 on that one. 2nd and 7. Less than 6.5 minutes to go in the game. They're at their own 16, 17-yard line. Mahomes in shotgun. Back to his right. Snap is away. Looking left. Look in the middle. Going to throw it and wide open. And that's going to be number 85. And that's going to be Kemp? Marcus Kemp. Man, that's the first time I've called his name, I think, all year long. The Chiefs are down a number of receivers. They're down McCole Hardman. They are down Kadarius Toney. And that's a good tackle there. But not before he gets the first down. And Marcus Kemp. Big play. KC is going to work Kelsey. Yeah, they're going to just work this clock, I think, too. 5:40 to go in the game. Mahomes fakes the handoff. Under pressure, flips it over to Sky Moore. Sky Moore trying to make a guy miss. Gets around him. Ooh, that looked awkward. But picks up about 7 or 8 yards on the play. And now Kansas City on the move. Up past their own 30-yard line. Mahomes faked the handoff, wait, and then just does a little to Sky Moore. They had 3 yards to get the first down, too. Yep. Yeah, that looked almost awkward for the way he was tackled. But 2nd and 2 right now for the Chiefs. Mahomes over 300 yards passing in the game. Snap is away. Mahomes rolling to his left, looking for a receiver. And it's going to be broken up. Good play. And they're going to give a flag on Mike Hilton. Wow. I hope Cincinnati stops him on defense. Mahomes flip trick. Interference against Cincinnati. More flags on the play against Cincinnati. Oof. Let's see it. Ah, man, that's I don't know about that one. Not in the AFC Championship game with 5 minutes to go. Less than 5 minutes now. 4:56 first down for the Chiefs at their own 45. Mahomes looking. Dumps it off here to Pacheco. Pacheco trying to get upfield and breaks tackles. They didn't wrap up. Gets into Cincinnati territory. And a huge first down for Kansas City. Pacheco maybe got a little bit knocked up on the play. Takes his helmet off immediately. But what in the hell are the Bengals doing here? Pratt there. You have multiple guys who couldn't bring him down. And a big pickup there by Pacheco. And Mahomes take a bit of a shot there, but yikes. I think Pacheco wants to get back in the game, but they might have to see, I don't know if they have to check him out or the trainers. 1st and 10 here, Kansas City. They hand it off to McKinnon from the Kansas City, the Cincinnati 39, but they lose 3 yards. 2nd and 12 coming up, 4 minutes to go. Spoiler alert. How much time? So there's 3:45 and counting. Spoiler alert, Chiefs wins with historic back-to-back 3rd and 9th place. Where is the defense? Good start there on, so it's 2nd and 13 for the Chiefs at the Cincinnati 42. And pretty soon Cincinnati have to think about maybe using timeouts here. 3.5 minutes to go. Mahomes in shotgun back to his left. Snap is away. Looking. Not there on the dump off. Mahomes going to run for it, but gets maybe a yard. So you have a 3rd and maybe 12 coming up here. And, man, this is big time. John says got to hold him to a field goal. Let's see. 111 likes on the stream. Thank you so much for all the likes, and thank you to all the new subscribers. 3rd and 12. Can they get a stop here on defense? Mahomes in shotgun. He's got McKinnon to his right. Kelsey in motion. 2 receivers up top. Snap is away. Mahomes is looking for Kelsey. Looking to maybe flips it over to Jerick McKinnon, who's going to be stopped well short. And there's a flag on the play. So here's the interesting call here. Because I think the flag is going to be against Kansas City. And now this, because if it is holding against Kansas City, holding against the offense, there's 2:36 left in the game, and they do accept a 5-yard penalty. Going to be a 10-yard penalty? I don't know about that one. Yeah, 10 yard. So it's 3rd and 22 now. Otherwise, Kansas City were in field goal range. McKinnon was stopped short of the first down marker, but... And... Wait, so what's the call here? It's 4th down and 12. How does that? Didn't he get... Are they saying that he was beyond the line of scrimmage, or... Ooh. I don't know. 4th and 8. So they're going to punt it. Wow. 4th and 8. These refs, man, they don't know whether they're coming or going half the time. It would have been a 55-yard attempt, but... Clearly, Andy Reid didn't feel comfortable, and here's the punt. And that's a very solid punt. It'll probably be Bengals ball at the 7-yard line. So Cincinnati gets it back now. Kansas City putting a lot of faith in their... they definitely didn't feel comfortable enough with Butker trying to attempt a 55-yard field goal attempt. Because if he missed it, then, of course, Cincinnati would have had amazing field position. But there's 2:30 left in the game. Cincinnati have 2 timeouts. Kansas City have 2 timeouts. Why is the ball... It's at the 6-yard line. So 1st and 10 now for the Bengals. From the 6-yard line. Burrow in shotgun. Throws it, going to be caught by T. Higgins, breaking tackles. T. Higgins dives for the first down. I think he has enough, and this could very well take us to the 2-minute warning. Burrow wants to go hurry up here. It's about 10 seconds to the 2-minute warning. 9, 8, 7. 1st and 10, Cincinnati. Nope, 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go in this game, folks. Cincinnati have it 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line for a chance to go to the Super Bowl on the line. Can Joe Burrow, as some people call him Joe Cool, can he come through in the big moment? Will Kansas City regret not going for it on 4th and 8 or not kicking the 55-yard field goal attempt? Can the Chiefs defense get a big stop and they get the ball back and give Mahomes time? We know how good Mahomes, and we saw it against the Bills last year in the playoffs, just how quickly Kansas City can put up points. So 2 minutes to go in this game, but I think this is going to be the longest 2 minutes that you'll probably ever see. The Bengals will score. KC can't stop T. Higgins, says Amir. We'll have to wait and see. Win it with a field goal for Joe Burrow and Cincinnati. And if McPherson does have a pretty good leg for Cincinnati, but the ball on a lot of these kicks tonight, the ball has been swaying left and right. So, man, of course, if it's a last-second field goal attempt, you go for it. But, geez, nothing's going to be easy. Chase says G-Not. Frickin' frick. All right, here we go. Gonna be back in action momentarily. Hi from North Carolina, says Brian M. From the 606. Shout out to North Carolina. Are you in, is it Raleigh, North Carolina? Is that Raleigh, North Carolina? Man, I really hope that, Patrick Willis makes the Hall of Fame this year. That guy's awesome. KC should have went for it to Kelsey. And these are the big decisions that, come back and can potentially really haunt you. Kansas City had 4th and 8. And do you from the Cincinnati 37. They took the ball out of Mahomes' hands. So Joe is going downfield to win it, says Pete S. Philip Ballmer, hi from Massachusetts. Near Charlotte. Excellent. Good stuff. We got fans from all over the country here watching. 1st and 10 for the Bengals at their own 16. 2 minutes to go in the game. Bengals 2. Timeout. Snap is away. Burrow gonna basically just get a couple of yards here. That he was down by contact, so he'll pick up about maybe 3 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Play clock is winding significantly right now. He was touched down by contact, so 2nd and 7. A minute and a half to go in the game, so Cincinnati happy to let the clock wind down a little bit at least. Burrow looking, just throws it into the dirt. Are they going to say that, oh, Burrow got hit pretty bad and he's looking at his right arm now? Hopefully Burrow's okay. 3rd and 7. They're going to say that Pirine was in the area, but that could have been intentional grounding. That could very well have been. There's a flag, and are they going to call it intentional grounding? Back at the 10-yard line. What's the call here by the officials? Well, they're looking at the or is it the which sideline are you looking? Joe will get it just far enough to. Intentional grounding. That's what I thought. There really wasn't. And Zach Taylor is pretty livid. He thinks that it was close enough for a guy like Pirine to be there. I mean, that pass wasn't anywhere near Pirine. Shane, I'll hear your message. I don't know if you're in the stream, but I will hear this after the game. A minute 22 to go. It's now 3rd and 16. So Kansas City now, unless you can pick up and you're at your own 9-yard line. Whew. The officials waiting to hand off the flag from one official to another. Does the clock stop, I would assume, because it was an incomplete pass? Minute 12 to go in the game. From their own 9.5-yard line. 3rd and 16. Snap is away. Burrow throwing it downfield. Caught! Wide open. Hayden Hurst gets out of bounds. That's 1st down. Cincinnati. The tight end Hayden Hurst wide open and gets really good yards there. Good play call, and Cincinnati are now up to their own 33-yard line. 1st down, Cincinnati. 56 seconds to go. He did get out of bounds, so it stops the clock. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining. Burrow in the shotgun. Pirine to his right. Snap is away. Burrow's got time. Dumps it off to Hayden Hurst again. Only going to get about 2 yards on the play. Gets tackled inbounds, so the clock will wind. And there's a stop here with 47 seconds to go in the game. Cincinnati takes the timeout. Cincinnati, huge play. We're at 33 subscribers. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers. Let's go. Delano DP, 33. That wasn't Brady-ish. Man, what? 3rd and 16. Is that the play that we look back on and say that's where it really changed? It's actually, so it's going to be 2nd and 8 for Cincinnati at their own 35-yard line. 48 seconds to go. They have 1 timeout. They need to go realistically. You'd like to get it. You need to go at least, I'd say, about another 30 yards. You'd want to get them. I want to see a strip 6, says John Hanley. Barrows is surgical. 2nd and 8 here. Snap is away. Burrow looking. Throws incomplete. Looking for Irwin, number 16. 3rd and 8 now. 44 seconds to go in the game. Got another big 3rd down conversion to make. Hi, Philip Ballmer from Massachusetts. Yep. Shout out to Massachusetts. Touchdown for T. Higgins, predicts Amir. We're at 2335 subscribers. Let's go. Let's freaking get it. 3rd and 8. 44 seconds to go in the game. Snap is away. Burrow's time. Going to get sacked by Chris Jones. And you have to think Kansas City now calls the timeout. 4th down, and Cincinnati is going to have to punt the ball back to Kansas City. Immediately, of course, Kansas City calls the timeout. And then we got Delano as well from the Boston area. Burrow sacked by Chris Jones. One of the best defensive players in the NFL this year. We have 270 people in here. Let's freaking go. Let's go. We have 117 likes. Cincinnati now going to have to punt the ball back to the Chiefs. What a huge play. Chris Jones on the edge is just an absolute menace. So it's 4th and 16. There's 41 seconds, so they actually put a couple of seconds left on the clock. Kansas City has 1 timeout. And if you're Cincinnati, gotta pin back the Chiefs significantly. We know how fast they can move the ball and get into scoring position. Yeah, I thought it was going to be somewhat game, set, and match, but Cincinnati, the offense petered out, as they say. The punt is away. It's going to be taken from the 20-yard line. Sky Moore gets up to huge return for Sky Moore up to about the 45-yard line, and no flags on the play. So it's a huge return. And now the Bengals coaches feel like they're getting robbed here. We'll have to see. And the man, 17 kind of gets pushed down in the back. Maybe a block in the back there. We'll see. Maybe up to midfield almost. And Cincinnati are just absolutely livid. Thinking that they should have got a flag there. So Kansas City from their own 47-yard line. There's 30 seconds left in the game, and they have 1 timeout. Mahomes in shotgun, Pacheco to his left. Snap is away. And Mahomes flips it out here to Pacheco, who doesn't get out of bounds. Gets up to the Cincinnati 47-48, 19 seconds to go, and they're going to call timeout. Pickup of 6. Let's go, KC from Massachusetts. People saying rigged, people saying fixed, people saying disappointing. They feel like the Bengals. I don't know. 2nd and 4. They're at the Cincinnati 47, I think it was. Cincinnati 48, maybe. 20. They've added a couple of seconds again. 21 seconds to go. Need to score and run the clock down a little. Well, you need to just get into scoring position first if you're Kansas City. That play alone took about 10-ish seconds off the clock, so we'll see. 2nd and 4. Mahomes in shotgun, McKinnon to his right, 3 receivers up top, Kelsey down low. Mahomes is looking. Gonna get hit as he throws it incomplete. 3rd and 4. And it's going to be incomplete. 17 seconds to go in the game. Good pass rush there by Cincinnati. Joseph Asai, the second-year player out of Texas, making a huge play. Not even close. They came back. The 17 seconds left in the game. 3rd and 4. Not going to look back on Joe Biden being in the Eagles box. Mahomes in shotgun. McKinnon to his left. Huge play here. Play clock winding down. Snap is away. Only a 4-man rush from Cincinnati. Mahomes looking. Gonna run and get the first down and then takes a big shot. And a Bengals player's hurt. There's flags on the field. That's gonna be basically, that's gonna be the game. The Bengals player looked like he may have Mahomes runs for the first down, and I think the Bengal player, 58, that's Joseph Asai. It's personal foul, 15 yards, unnecessary roughness. That's the season, folks. That is the season. I mean, Asai shouldn't have done that. I mean, you have to know better. Now, he might have messed up his knee pretty bad, but Kansas City comfortably in field goal range. And looks like they're going to bring out Butker right now. They're not going to waste any time. It's going to be about a 43-yard attempt here. Pretty much what the extra point is. And not one replay of that pass. It was a personal foul against the Bengal defender Joseph Asai. Mahomes had run out of bounds at the 40-yard line, but he was hit a little bit late out of bounds. 15-yard penalty. So now it's going to be a field goal attempt here. It's going to be a 45-yard attempt. Basically, there's 8 seconds left, but basically for the game here, folks, snap, kick is up, and it's good. It is good. Kansas City takes the lead, and there's 3 seconds left. Man, oh man. Joseph Asai, the Bengal fans are going to be not happy with him for a long time. And the hold wasn't great, but the kick was good. And man, 2023 Super Bowl, not even interested. Go figure. Andy Reid versus the Eagles. Go figure. Wow. And you feel like the Bengals have been kind of hard done by. Oh man, oh man. Oh man, oh man. 3 seconds to go, and I think if you're Kansas City, you probably do just a squib kick here or something, but yeah, who day to Chiefs, baby. It'll be a garbage Super Bowl. I don't know. It could be a good Super Bowl. Here comes the kickoff. 3 seconds to go, and yikes! Squib kick here. It is going to be fielded, so this will be the end of the game here. They throw it back here to Trent Taylor. Trent Taylor, got to get rid of it, buddy. Got to get rid of it. And it's going to be game over. And that'll be basically a touchdown to end the game. And that's it, folks. Game is over. Kansas City Chiefs win, and they move on to the Super Bowl. It's going to be Kansas City, Philadelphia, Kelsey versus Kelsey. And, man, KC for the win in the Super Bowl. It will be a good bowl. I live in Ohio, but not a Bengals fan. Bengals were robbed again, says Terry Torres. And just a lot of really questionable calls down at the end of the day. The Bengals had the ball. Their offense had the ball. Tie game. And they could have gone down, marched down the field. But Joe Burrow couldn't get it done. Joseph Asai, you kind of feel gutted for him. Young player. But there we go, folks. That's it. The Joseph Asai, the second-year man out of Texas, is visibly very emotional, knowing that he basically cost the game. Like that movie, The Warrior. Come out to play. And, man, well, there we have it, folks. Thank you very much, everyone, for hanging out tonight on the stream. What a wild game we had ourselves here in Kansas City. Very close game. We did get an exciting finish. And, of course, if you're a Cincinnati Bengal fan, if you're in here, trust me, I'm a Niner fan. I feel your pain. But yeah, that's just how football goes, folks. And congrats to the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, a lot of fans, Bengal fans, of course, are not going to be happy with it, but that's just the way that's football. That's how it goes sometimes, folks. Thought the Bengals would win after home. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, folks, again for being here all season long. I will be doing the Super Bowl, Chiefs and Eagles, of course, in 2 weeks' time. I'll be doing that. But congrats to both teams who made it through, and we'll have to. There you go. We'll see what's going to happen there. But thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. I'm going to get on out of here. Thank you to everyone for all the support all game long, all season long. Appreciate you being here. You guys all take care. Have a very good rest of your Sunday night. And there we have it, boys. There we have it, everybody. Thank you. Love your work. Appreciate all that. If you can, on the way out, do consider dropping a like on the stream. And consider subscribing to the channel because it really helps out. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. Appreciate all of you for all the kind words. There we go.